Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Labatt Memorial Park. For those who are tuning in tonight's game again for the Hamilton Cardinals and your London Majors. Yes, your voices may be sounding a little different on your broadcast this evening. Ryan Robinson, alongside what I like to call him, the king himself, Jackson Kingshott. Jax, it's nice to be here. You and I have talked about baseball enough in the office. So when the producer extraordinaire, Mr. Matt Hiscock, says, Mr. Robinson, do you want to come and call a baseball game? I said, I have to bring Jackson with me. Jax, I know you're excited. You're a little bit nervous because you're used to being out there, not in here, whereas I'm as comfortable as a couch in here. So excitement for you. This is the first time calling a baseball game, right? Outside
Correct.
of the sitting on your couch and yelling at the Blue Jays.
Correct. That would be 100% correct. Yeah, really thrilled to be here. Happy Ryan asked me, and it's a privilege to be at a ballpark like this. Something so old-fashioned, and it's going to be a great night. I'm really looking forward to it.
Excitement extraordinaire as the starting lineups getting announced, everything getting situated. For those who obviously you're new to this, but you are not new to this game whatsoever. Give us the short version of the bio. What gives you the presence to be able to do this kind of thing?
Yeah, well, I grew up Brantford, played in the minors there.
It's a dirty word in London, but we'll just move on.
Yeah, and then played for the Fieldhouse Pirates in the CPBL, which most of you would know the Great Lakes play in that league. Yep. So, and then I continued to play in the OUA. So I've been privileged and lucky enough to play against and with actually some of the guys on the field tonight, and which leads me here.
A proud Laurentian voyageur. He still wears the backpack.
Turning into purple these days more and more, but
obviously this is such a great league and a great opportunity. When you take a look at the side of the field right now, and you see the starting lineups coming out. You got the majors along with the minor league ball players, sort of thing. This is exactly what those young players are thinking right now. I wouldn't mind being a London major when I'm a little older.
Yeah, I was definitely in those shoes one day, running out with the Red Sox, and there's no better feeling than thinking that you're running out to honestly play at that point when you're a little young gun.
Yeah, we saw the pictures beforehand, everything going on, so it's nice to see as the starting lineups continue to be read out. Obviously for both sides tonight, a couple of teams looking for a W. Obviously for the majors, a little bit of a slide on the losing streak lately, but that's the best part about baseball. You can forget about it the next day.
Yeah, very good. Majors coming in, losing 5 in a row. Hamilton lost 3 in a row. This is the 4th game of the series, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of MajorsTV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball on MajorsTV.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope.
Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
That might have been the most, I know we didn't have it on camera, but the national anthem singer tonight, that was some theatrical elements to it.
Yeah.
He had the emotion. He was bringing the crowd into it. There was a series of arm waves going on.
He did call in the crowd at one point to try and jump in more with him.
You know, it's tough when you got the microphone. You're always louder than everybody else. But anyways, back to the game at hand, because as we will know throughout the evening, I just have a habit of just going on side tangents. And Jackson, as he usually does when we're in our day jobs, he goes, Ryan, can we get back on track to what we had to talk about here? So starting pitcher tonight for the London Majors, Wilbur Martinez taking the mound. Just a new addition to the Majors as they are in the acquisition period of getting new players on board. Wilbur just coming into the organization today. A new addition, a young pitcher, but looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, we'll see what he's got early. Again, we don't have any much info on him. We heard he came from Panama. I would just say get it early and ahead in the count at all times. Try and keep hitters off balance. We know the Majors like to score runs, but if we can keep Hamilton to a lower score as well, then all could go well.
And that's the other advantage maybe too to the Majors for tonight's game especially. There's no hey, we've seen this guy, we played against this guy 3 or 4 times. You know, it's not like you're getting that's too much of a scouting material. So it's kind of like, especially from the hitting perspective, you're just going up there going, okay, I'm going to either look to an area and a certain pitch, and I'm just going to hope that it gets there, as opposed to he's throwing a lot of the low stuff kind of thing.
Yeah, which is nice. This is the 4th meeting between the two teams this season. Hamilton currently leading the series 2-1. All games have been decided by 1 run, which is nice. We'll see if that continues today. Hopefully another great one.
The right fielder for Hamilton, Brandon Nicholson, coming in to start things off here on a beautiful evening. Nothing but blue skies. So luckily, we're looking for some crazy weather here in the Forest City over the next few days, and we've had a little bit before. So nice that the weather gods have carved out a nice opportunity for a ball game as we start things out tonight. Strike one on the board here as we await the 0-1 pitch. Outside, evening it up at 1 ball apiece. I should say a ball and a strike. It's been a day or two since I called a baseball game too, so too much hockey over the years. 1-1 pitch. Tip foul. Always an interesting one for the catcher there. You get the couple of bounces, so you just take that opportunity to take a second. I'll take this, so I'll throw it back on a short lob and get a little bit of a walk in.
Yeah, walk it back out to the pitcher, give yourself a breath.
Because it always hits that inside of the knee where there's no padding. Just that one spot.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch. A little bit of a clap coming here from the home faithful. Shot goes through. A little blooper to left field. That one's going to be on the line, and the umpire along the third base line is going to say it's a fair ball. Rounding first base, Nicholson getting in there. Just a bit of a bloop shot, but hard to see if the chalk was moving down there in the left field line.
Yeah, just off the end of the bat there. Right on the line, I would imagine on the line. Very debatable, but rounding first, took a few hard steps, thought he was going to take 2, but held up instead. It was a good on-line throw from the left fielder.
Third base umpire, Bob Blake this evening. Steve Cochran over on the first base line. The crew chief on home plate is Justin Snively. So it'll take me a couple minutes. That's what you get with the call-up guy. Outside pitch here for the first one, Tanner Rempel, the first baseman for the Cardinals as he takes the step out. Gets the signs from the third base coach.
Hitting .364 this year, second for the Hamilton Cardinals on the season.
Throw over to first. Tight one there, but called safe. Martinez, obviously an international free agent, as mentioned. He signed initially as a 17-year-old with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Played in the Dominican Summer League. 1-0 pitch here. High and outside, going to 2-0 now.
Nicholson very trying to make himself known over there at first base. A lot of movement.
A little bouncing around, little distraction piece.
Really thought he was going to go there. Definitely got a good jump. It was a good long hold, though, from Martinez. Keep him honest.
Makes the pick move, and the ball gets away a little bit. Not far enough for Nicholson to think about moving up to second. The other thing, too, folks got a reminder, no pitch clock in the IBL, unlike the major leagues and the minor league baseball system. Been working with that for the last little bit, but traditionalists will be happy. Let's just say that.
New fans of the game might be not. Some who like to get in and out as quick as possible. There he goes.
Throw through inside of the second baseman. Nicholson's going to make the move over to third. That was a tough play over there at second base as that throw went to the first base side of the bag, and a bit of a rough one there for Brett Graham as he tried to reach for the ball while the slide was happening all at the same time.
Yeah, throw definitely tailed a bit. Keeping him to the right side of the bag never helps him runner sliding in, but infield now in.
Just want to protect against that one in case the hard shot to third base. You can look the runner back before moving it in. Martinez makes the play, throws it across, and gets the strike there to even the count up at 2-2. Majors faithful already know their new pitcher. Setting up on the outside. Pitch comes in. It outside to fill the count at 3-2. None out with the runner and Nicholson on first. A little bloop shot to start things out. Then makes the steal attempt to second. The ball goes sailing into center field, so he's on third. And Hamilton's looking to strike first and early here. Martinez shot through. This one goes to the left field side, but it'll be well foul and a souvenir. So Martinez will reset, as you see there. Nicholson on third base. Tanner Rempel working the count here. As mentioned, full count. Martinez with the weight, sets up. Ready to deliver. Throws high, ball 4. So Martinez gives up the bloop shot to first base, and now the walk to Tanner Rempel. So runners at the corner.
Middle infield will now go back for the double play ball. Corners will probably stay in. Quick enough hot shot, they might take the double play and keep the runner at third honest with a quick check, but
in this situation, you probably trade 2 outs for the early single run.
Correct.
Tyler Duncan stepping in, the center fielder. High pitch here.
Tyler Duncan leading the Cardinals this season with average 373. Also leads the team in at-bats as well. So you know he's definitely their best average hitter by far.
Throw in those, 10 home runs?
10 home runs leads the team. And I'm pretty sure tied for the league lead as well.
Indeed. High pitch here is that one pulled aside, and just a little bit of, that's a leadership move there by the catcher too. A couple of pitches not going the way you want to, so just take the throw a couple steps out, let your pitcher reset a little bit here. Pitch comes through. Duncan gets a good piece of it.
It's going to get down.
Back to the track and off the track, and a tough bounce there. Center fielder is definitely down and collided hard with that center field fence as 2 runs are going to come in to score, and Duncan's going to end up on third base, but obviously concerned for the center fielder right now after colliding hard with the wall. Andrew Lawrence making the move out there. And a tough spot there, especially the warning track, a little bit of space there. You're trying to make a gauge on that fly ball coming through. Do I have a chance? Is it going to hit the fence? Is it going a little higher? Am I going to have to try and make the jump off the wall?
Yeah, the ball landed probably at the base of the wall, which is one of the toughest plays. Full speed. Definitely doesn't look good right now.
The other thing, too, and for those who know, they know, and those who don't, that is just a chain link fence out there with some metal poles. So if you catch the wrong section, and obviously there's some very much appreciated sponsorship on the outfield fence, but it's hard to say exactly where that connection is made, and staff going to walk him off the field as looks like Roop Chanderdat making a motion to the bench that they will need the fence opened out there in left field. Seems to be walking, obviously assisted, but you never want to make assumptions on an injury, but probably lower body in nature, but
Definitely looks like right foot, right leg. Definitely in some agony for sure. You can see facial expressions. Will Pollard now coming into the game to replace Joseph.
He looks good in white and blue, and he also looked good in white and purple. So I'm just saying that.
A Western Mustang, one of our own.
So I don't think Roop Chanderdat was thinking he was going to have to make a defensive adjustment here this early, but obviously on the injury necessitated there, well, hopefully Andrew Lawrence is doing okay after he gets a little bit of attention. Will Pollard, as mentioned, a proud Western Mustang, but also a proud Londoner as well. So he's been around at multiple levels. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, and I could be wrong, but I want to say an STA Flame at one point.
London
everybody's with the Badgers.
A London Badger.
That's Mike Lumley. This is Mike Lumley country. He keeps an eye on everybody. So a bit of a reset here after the Cardinals get a pair of runs on the, I guess we'll call it a triple because it went to the fence. Another shot here to the gap, and this is going to score another one as long single there brings in the runner as Tyler Duncan comes in to score, and runner on first here, still none out.
Mound visit on the way here for the Majors. Hopefully shakes things some up. Nothing really besides that ball to the left field gap. Too hard hit. Two bloops and a walk, I believe, so far. I mean, not a lot of ton hit. Hard, so you definitely some good signs out of your pitcher, but
a scenario here where just an opportunity to kind of go out and a few words of encouragement sort of thing. That's the other thing, too, with a pitcher just joining a team and going right out to pitch right away sort of thing. Opportunity to not only, obviously, a little bit of nerves, a little bit of, wanting to make a good impression sort of thing. So you go out, you maybe grip it a little too hard. And
yeah, for sure. I think he just needs to get ahead more in some of these counts. Keep hitters guessing, keep them off balance, and maybe those soft hits will turn into even softer and let our infield and our defense make some plays for us.
Yep. Martinez makes a pitch inside, called for the strike.
There it is.
How many times as a pitcher do you see that? To go out the conversation, to settle down, automatically you go out and you're a little bit reset.
Yeah, definitely needed at some points in the game for many people.
Swing and a miss there for the second strike, going to 0-2 quickly here on Luis Bernardo, the catcher for the Cardinals. Those situations can go both ways. Obviously, the batter knows that pitcher definitely wants to throw a strike, so he's probably going to get something in the vicinity. Outside pitch. This one's going to go to the right field side. Stopped up on the gap there as the runner goes first to third. Only the single for Bernardo, but runners are first and third here with none out.
Surprised they went fastball outside there. I would have maybe gone more upstairs, changed the eye level a little bit. I know we haven't thrown too many breaking balls for strikes yet. So I maybe could have thrown one in the dirt there, waste one away, again, change the eye level, change the speed. Just 0-2, can't leave a pitch over the plate like that.
You can tell the young man has pitched a few baseball games in his life.
Working hard.
Inside. I love the groan from you there because you were, I believe you were seeing some visions of past situations there.
At least it was a breaking ball. Wouldn't have hurt too much.
1-0 pitch in, now evens it up at a strike apiece.
Really think we need to stay with the fastball here. Just work in and out, changing the eye level for the hitters. Make them work hard, make them think swing a lot here, and then we can really get our breaking ball going.
1-1 count. Martinez with the pitch. Goes with the moving piece. It gets yanked down the left field side, but well foul again, so moving it to 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Third baseman even with the bag to keep the runner at third honest on the play.
Definitely don't want to be too pretty here again. We don't want to leave it too over the plate here.
Martinez, there's that dirt pitch you were talking about. Let's see if he's decided if he's just going to be in swing mode before the pitch is even thrown.
Yeah.
Setting up for the 2-2 count.
You know, our best one here for a ground ball.
Sets up and delivers 2-2. There it is out to the shortstop. Runner breaks for home, looking for the double play and made through. Nice job. Getting that up, and 6-4-3 on the double play. Does bring in the additional run.
It's a great pitch. Just need to limit the damage at that point. Fine with trading outs. Just need to get on the bats here. One more to get.
So 4 runs on the 4 hits here in the first period for Hamilton, but the bags are now cleared after the RBI and the double play. Outside pitch here to Luis Pimentel Guerrero. Batting from the left side. 0-1 count here with 2 out. Outside pitch evens it up at 1-1. Martinez has definitely settled down a little bit since that meeting on the mound. Takes the look in, gets things set, delivers the pitch, a low pitch on the inside, so moves the count to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. Martinez gets the swing and miss as Pimentel Guerrero even at 2s. Martinez sets, delivers. Inside pitch, chopper to the right-hand side. Second base on to first for the out. And after a bit of a struggle in the start of the first period, it's been a couple days since hockey. I should know it. Top of the first inning, Hamilton with 4 on the 4 runs there. The Majors with the lone error. Has switched things over, and as you mentioned, the Majors going to try and get to the bats now, and that's the thing too. How many times have we seen ball games where you get maybe a rusty first start to the game, but people tend to forget there's still 8 more innings of opportunity to move things around?
Yeah, 9 more chances for our team. You got to score to win. No game's going to end 0-0 anyways, so we've done a pretty good job, I think, this year scoring. So if we can limit the runs on the defensive end and limit the damage after that first inning, I think we'll be fine.
And that's the thing. You take a look at the standings here in the Intercounty Baseball League, and as you mentioned, the bit of a struggle for the Majors this year at 8-17, but opportunity aplenty here. It's how many times have we seen, and you mentioned it at the start of this year, obviously everybody making the playoffs. How many times have we seen a team maybe in that lower half had a bit of a struggle to start the season, whatever it may be, finds their groove a little bit, and then all of a sudden things happen when you're into playoff series.
Yeah, well, even last year, I'm pretty sure Hamilton finished 7th and ended up winning their first round matchup and ended up going on to the semifinals. Anything can happen. I mean, you definitely probably want to steer away from Welland and not finish 8th. They're definitely the powerhouse this season and have looked like it. But, again, anything can happen. If you just kind of hit your stride at the right time and go into the playoffs well-groomed, you'll be great.
And it's not like the Majors have been shut out of plenty. You get a lot of games, those 7-5s, the 9-6s, those kind of things. We've even seen, obviously, a couple of high-scoring affairs. Look back to the Barrie game just a few days ago. 14-10 is the final. So it's not like the team can't score runs. So be interesting to see. But as you mentioned, the last meeting between the two, a 5-4 game back on July 1st. Another situation where a close ball game, just got to find a way to get that little bit of extra piece to it, sort of thing. And obviously the Majors kind of on their heels a little bit here with a 4-run deficit to start things out. But now it's a scenario where bats come out, and let's see if you can turn around and do the same thing.
Yeah, if you can hit, you can always keep yourself in the game, right?
On the other side here, Hamilton's starting pitcher tonight is Corbin Peters. Byron Reichstein, a longtime London Major, leading things off here.
Byron hitting .380 on the season, leads the Majors.
Outside pitch to start things. That one goes high. Seven home runs as well on the year for Reichstein, so obviously got the power to make an impact here early, and Peters having a bit of a tough time finding the zone early as well, so maybe some nerves on both sides of the field when it comes to the pitching mound. Peters dealing with some, it's always the bugs. They're always right where you don't want them. Low pitch going to 3-0.
Faithful getting into it.
Let's wait a second. I've heard this at a stadium somewhere. It may be south of the border. Are they doing the gesture along with it too? Down the middle. We don't care. We're still calling for it. Involve the crowd. Why not? High pitch. Reichstein with the check swing. And Peters just wanting to know exactly whether that was high or outside. Depends on the umpire. Some will tell you, others will just look the other way. And those ones annoy you, plenty, I believe. Mr. Kingshott, you would know well.
Plenty. Depends on the way you ask most times. If you implied that you didn't like the call or you're truly curious is typically how you'll get your response from your umpire.
I'm just inquiring, Mr. Umpire. If you throw in the phrase, "Are you blind? Was that outside?" it probably isn't going to go your way.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned over my years of playing ball that there are ways to approach the situation to acquire the information. As soon as you point it directly to them, as in you did this or something to do with their vision, never goes well. But nonetheless, Mr. Pollard in here. He obviously wasn't expecting to be batting here in the first inning, but after the injury earlier on to Andrew Lawrence, Will Pollard comes in to step in, an early opportunity for a young man who has played all kinds of baseball here at Labatt Memorial Park. Peters going to set up delivering here on the 1-1 pitch. Pollard swings through, and The umpire's going to call interference. He's going to call catcher's interference on the play there. And he is none too pleased with the insinuation from the umpire. There will be conversation now, and now the umpire decides, you know what, might be time for a conversation. So Justin Snively going to bring the entire team in to check on their opinion. It was pretty clear that Luis Bernardo was emphatic that that was the incorrect call initially.
Typically, you can read somebody's body language pretty quick. I'm not sure if Will Pollard reacted to the umpire's call, but it almost looked like directly after the swing, he knew what the call was, and he was running down to first.
And the catcher, did the catcher get tossed or the pitcher or both? I believe it was the catcher, and now he's going to decide I'm going to get my money's worth for it, and the manager's going to say, you know what, I'm going to come in and have the conversation too. As I think it's Dean Castelli's going to get down there, but I can understand the scenario there where the catcher is frustrated for the fact that he thought the call was incorrect. And then it just so happens that the two have to come within about 6 inches of each other afterwards. And there goes the manager as well. Oh, it's the pitching. Well, where's the manager will be out next. They might not have a bench if they keep going. So the catcher's gone. The pitching coach, I believe Chris Davies is the pitching coach. He will be leaving for the evening, so an early departure for a pair of Hamilton Cardinals tonight. And so we've got the catcher is gone. The pitching coach is now gone, and he's still going. Now you've got some of the members of the bench coming in saying, okay, I get your point, but let's not elongate this anymore and make it worse for us. And the home faithful behind home plate are also contributing to the commentary. In those scenarios, it's obviously tough because you get the umpire decides to have the conversation amongst the three of them. They come to a decision.
Obviously, what had happened is,
and then
the catcher came back to the plate, and
he was still going.
He was still going, but he turned away from the umpire.
So we'll take a look here. So the swing, it was a high pitch, and then Pollard swings, evidently making contact with the catcher's mitt, which the catcher is coming up. So he's, I don't want to say naturally going to move the glove out, but he's kind of high pitch. He's coming up to get the pitch to go along with it. And then they'll say contact was made. They've got to get a catcher with some more gear on, so that's going to take a minute. We'll take a break because we're early on here as the Hamilton Cardinals up 4-0 on the Majors here on London Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic. Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Game Day London press box here at beautiful Labatt Memorial Park. A bit of a delay there, obviously, as the Hamilton Cardinals have to get a new catcher, and luckily our fine color commentator already knows the guy, so he's probably going to give you an elongated bio here or something. I'm joking.
Had a mistake in the numbers in our score sheet, but catcher coming in now is Aiden Muir. He grew up playing Brantford. I played junior ball with him for a season. Great guy. I'm excited. I know he hasn't had too much playing time this season for the Cardinals, so it's a good opportunity for him right now.
So runners on first and second here as we're back to action is Starling Joseph, the left fielder. Outside pitch gets called for a strike, and Joseph, a little shake of the head, a little commentary here. Umpire in the action a little bit here early on. As Joseph down 0-1 here. A little hanging pitch goes for strike 2. I think he was geared up for the heat there. Got a little bit of the
I agree.
Little bender of a pitch and wasn't thinking that was coming. So down 0-2 here early. Runners on first and second. Opportunity knocks here for the Majors to cut into that Hamilton lead from the top of the inning. Shot through to right field. Sprays it to the wide side. Right fielder goes back. It falls on the ground off the wall. Runners advancing to second and third as Reichstein's going to come in to score on the hard hit opposite field shot by Starling Joseph.
First two pitches of the at-bat, both outside. First with the fastball, second with the breaking ball. Stayed outside. Joseph took it the other way. Just went with the pitch and hit it real hard. Now we got second and third, no out here for the Majors. Can really get back into the game here.
Tommy Reyes Cruz going to step in here. The shortstop for the Majors. He has a hard shot to the left field side. Opposite field shots are going to score. Two coming around. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 4-3 game.
Same thing. You don't need to do too much with the ball. Just let the pitch take you where it is. Again, outside half of the plate. Tommy does a great job going the other way with it.
So as much as there was some, obviously, I would bet some frustration on that London Majors bench after giving up 4 in the top of the inning.
We're now in a ball game.
Now it's back to within 1.
Still no out here. In the bottom of the first for the Majors. Can still do some more damage here.
Eduardo Duolio, big swing to start things out. He had his eyes over that Grand Theater sign in the trees with that one. I used to have some friends who would just hang out on the walkway back there and wait to see if somebody just so happened to hit one over. Free ball. Shot up the middle. This one, danger for a double play. It's a slow roller. That was, they're going to,
on the transfer.
Umpire is going to say that was out on the, but the transfer was the adjustment there, so they get the first out.
Slow, weak hit ball. Shortstop had to make a tough play on it. Second baseman had to sit on it to get enough far back so he could flip it to the shortstop. Shortstop, it looked like tried to rush it a little too much to get the out, but all since the ball was softly hit.
And if you've lived in the city of London for any longer than 6 months, we don't have to tell you who is at the plate. Easily one of the nicest people you will ever meet. He may wear 35, but he remembers your name even if you've met him twice. Anywhere I'm in the city, I'm at Masonville and having lunch with my daughter in the food court. Cleve walks up, "Rye, how you doing? Good to see you." And he doesn't just do the hi, how you doing? He sits for a couple minutes, has a chat. Fantastic individual. Cleve comes through. Can't check the swing there. Goes down 0-2. All or nothing with Cleve. He gets it, ladies and gentlemen. So Brownlee quickly down 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Majors put up a 3 spot here so far. If Brownlee can put this in play, he'd like to advance that runner around at least. Lots of room in that outfield. Corbin Peters sets pitch, throws the outside. Brownlee gets a good piece of it, but it goes down the right field side this time. The nice guy he is, he's just trying to provide souvenirs to a couple of the kids that are in the stands today. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Brownlee goes down swinging for the second out. Tough one there on the, looked like a little bit of a slider to the outside.
Yeah, breaking ball outside in the dirt. Brownlee reached a little bit for it. Definitely looked a little uncomfortable at that plate appearance with the check swing and the swing in the dirt. But like you said, Rye, he swings hard. He knows what he's looking for. He knows what he wants.
Kane McGee stepping in. Looked like a bit of an outside pitch, but catches the outside edge. As the Majors' first baseman steps out just for a quick reset here. Bit of a check swing, but that one comes inside, and now McGee's having a conversation. And I got to think the frustration there is an outside pitch on the outside edge, and then an inside pitch comes in. It's usually as the batter, you're going, okay, one of them.
Yeah,
give me. You can have one, but not the other.
One or the other.
And a swing and a miss.
And Corbin Peters really looked good to end that inning. He really settled back in after everything that occurred in the bottom of the first there.
Just a little bit of activity there in that first inning, both in between the lines, but also, I guess, behind the plate was the part of the conversation as well. But the Majors able to dig into that 4-run lead off the top for the Cardinals, and we're 4-3 through the end of first. We'll take the break and be back for the second inning up next.
I want to ride this pony, but I suffer from low E.
Millions of people are suffering from low energy, commonly known as low E.
Low E has hurt my performance in the bedroom. I haven't been able to make the bed in years.
Now there's hope. Planet Fitness replaces low E with Big E, which keeps you energized and glowing all day. Simply join through the free PF app for only $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
You're watching.
Here's the pitch. Joseph drills it to right center field. That ball's going back to the warning track, to the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Starling Joseph, a 2-run home run.
London Majors Baseball on MajorsTV.
And we're back for the top of the second here. And I just want to make note that Starling Joseph was just playing catch and getting loose in left field with a young fan in the stands. And I can only imagine if that was me when I was 6 years old, how cool that would have been. These guys are amazing people to little kids, and it's a dream come true coming to the ballpark when you're this young and being able to be in this environment. Number 6, Lene Renaud for the Hamilton Cardinals will lead off the top of the second here. Hopefully a smooth second here for Wilbur Martinez. Hopefully he settled in at the end of that inning. An extra little time on the bench when your team puts up 3 in the bottom of the first. And ball outside to start the top of the second. And breaking ball for a strike to even it up at 1-1. Check swing did not go. Breaking ball again in the dirt there.
So what you're saying is I can just go home, you've got to handle the rest of the way.
No, I definitely can't talk as much as you can.
The large Dr. Pepper with dinner was not a good idea. Note to self. Pitch to the outside.
I gave it my best shot while you were gone.
You're doing a heck of a job no matter what, my friend. 3-1 is the count here to start things off. Lane Renaud looking to put bat to ball. He does on a soft, initial look like a soft shot. That's just the fun of Labatt Memorial Park. It looked like a floater to shy center field, and all of a sudden I look at the center fielder and say, he's going a little further than I thought.
Off the bat, Will Pollard turned right away. I did not expect that. I thought it was off the end of bat as well.
The other part that confuses me is Will has cut his hair, which is well known to flow in the wind quite a bit.
Good breaking ball from Martinez there. I really like that pitch.
Just got a message from our producer, Matt Hiscox. We have Nate Seeger, who is watching from Iceland. He's very disappointed that the usual team is not here. It's the magic of broadcasting sports on the internet, my friends. And a kudos to the Majors for the broadcast they put on every single game and the quality job they do of it. To the entire team here, a swing and a miss.
Big cut there by Charlie Towers.
Towers, the shortstop. One-two count here with one out. Wilbur Martinez doing a good job here coming into the second inning. Outside pitch and high. The other thing, too, and you would know this better than most, he's getting used to a new mound.
New mound is right. New mound, new environment. I mean, new country. But he just flew in the other day.
Especially the getting used to the mound perspective.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
Where's your landing spot? What's the...
Yeah.
Oh, I thought everyone on the infield was expecting the strikeout call, and they didn't get it.
Catcher even popped up to throw it down to third. Sometimes that sells it.
Diolio just trying to... I think it's a strike, so you got to go with me and what I was thinking there. If we've noticed so far tonight, I wouldn't question the judgment of the man in blue behind the plate, as that one sprayed down the first base line. My apologies if you heard a ringing phone in the background. Literally only one person can get through to my phone right now, and that would be my daughter, and of course, who decides to try and FaceTime me. Low pitch, and that goes for a walk. I think I just heard reference to the ball boy giving the umpire pieces. He'll throw the ball boy, too. I've seen umpires throw fans, managers for sure. Jackson's phone is lighting up because he's getting his fandom is checking into the game tonight. So if your viewership is up by about 5 or 6 tonight, which it's all Jackson. Solid viewership across the board, but, you know, an extra 5 or 6. That's the Kingshott family checking in. Maybe a significant other of Mr. Jackson.
We get in the infield.
A little frustration there as the bat's thrown to the side for the second out.
Now, the best thing as a pitcher, I know we did give a 4 spot in the top of the first, but the best thing as a pitcher for your offense after they put up a 3 would be to give them a 0.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing, too, is you're only down by 1. If you can do a quick top half here, maybe you get 1 or 2 on the board again and get right back to it. At the very least, you'd really like to even that scoreboard back to 0s for brand new games kind of thing here.
Correct.
So the first pitch here to Tanner Rempel. Rempel walked in the first inning, came around to score.
Might be a good pitch to run here.
Takes the look, little bounce off first, no solid movement, but the strike evens up the count at 1-1. Decent crowd here for a Tuesday evening here in London. Movement. Ball along the third base line. That gets over the bag and stays fair. And a little bit of conversation about, I think the appeal is they're saying that the ball didn't go over the bag, that it went outside the bag after the initial bounce off the infield. But the home plate umpire was quick to point fair as he was lined up along the chalk there.
Patel was playing super deep, so it was really tough to judge from here where it went over. Definitely when it got to him, it was foul, but he must have been a good 10, 15 feet behind the bag.
And maybe the even more frustrating part is the fact that Tyler Duncan is going to come up now, and you saw him. He was the one who hit the triple that ended up at the fence, which caused the injury. And they're going to say that hit, I believe they're going to say that hit Duncan's foot. Okay, now
we got some confusion.
Now there's some clarification. Did it hit his foot? Because if it hits its foot, he goes to first. Runner does not come through, but technically now there's 2 scenarios here. Either it hit the foot, and that's a hit base, and it goes to first, and the runner at third doesn't come in. Or are they saying it's a wild pitch? In that case, the batter stays at the plate, the runner can come in. It can't be both, ladies and gentlemen.
So they called it a hit by pitch.
So that would mean
the runner will
go
third.
back. Okay. Good news. I'm not completely out to lunch. Half a sandwich.
So still 4-3 though. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Number 16, Dennis DeMenning.
Dennis DeMenning played at Humber, an excellent player. Was supposed to actually go on a trip with him to Europe for Team North, but got canceled actually due to COVID. So I never actually got to meet him or play with him, but I knew he was on the roster going with me.
One of those scenarios, I know him, but he doesn't know me.
Correct. That would be correct.
And the best part about Labatt Park, those foul offs, you're just waiting for that sound. Did it hit the roof or did it get to go further? Either way, it's an 0-1 count with 2 out here. Bases are loaded. So it depends on your perspective. Either an opportunity to score a few runs or opportunity for a ground ball to get out of this thing. Pitch goes inside. That one we called a ball, so we're 1-1 here.
Really tough hitter here. If you can get this guy, really limit the damage here.
Shortstop, edge of the outfield grass.
Good pitch.
Swing and a miss. So that's respected the shortstop position for the power on the left here. on the left-hand side of the plate.
Martinez is probably going to need the best one of his day right here. Get out of this.
1-2 count, 2 out. Delivers the pitch. Shot to left field. It's high, it's back. It's gone. So right down to the edge, almost there, and delivers a big shot here. Even after all the confusion on the bases, they will be cleared and 4 more up on the board for the Cardinals.
What a swing.
I am really enjoying those folks down there. They got a constant going on. They got a song for everything. If my memory was good enough, I'd remember what we were told, that they have their own named section.
What was it? The ballpark? The Ballflowers.
Very nice. Very nice. They're just spreading, positivity as far and wide. You drive by a nice house, a flower bed, you're taking it in. Martinez inside. 2-0 the count now, as Hamilton has opened this one up to an 8-3 advantage now. They did have the 4 in the first inning, though, and the Majors came back with 3 of their own. So we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a scoring competition tonight.
Yeah, that's correct. Just got to lock back in here.
The other thing the Majors got to remember, Corbin Peters on the other side was having just as rough of an opportunity out on that mound as well for Hamilton, which was what gave the Majors that opportunity to make the comeback. Shot down the middle and taking all the way. Three 3-1 count now. Martinez the outside. That's one knocked aside. Full count, 2 out. Martinez looking to put this inning away. Winds and delivers, throws the pitch outside for ball 4 and the walk. As Josh Niles will step to the plate, and the catcher, shortstop, and pitcher will come in and have a little conversation amongst themselves.
Just wind down, get back on track here. First pitch strike, all you got to be thinking about right here, getting ahead.
A nice move by Reyes Cruz there, just to kind of come in and have that settle down, kind of saying, we're at 2 out here. Yeah, nobody likes the big fly, but you know what? It's over. Let's forget about it. It's the same thing I tell my 11U ball pitch, especially the pitchers when they're out there. They're getting frustrated. They're new. And I say, you know what? It's over. Forget about it. Inside pitch.
Ooh, good pitch.
And Martinez is shaking his head going, all right, which side of the plate do I get? And most pitchers will say, I either want up or down, in or out. Give me a side I can go towards. Shot through to left field here. Another move aside, stepping in, making the catch. And the Cardinals are retired in the top of the second, as Starling Joseph's going to make the play there. As is, obviously, you take a look at that run total, and some people say, wait a second, 8-3, that's a wide open, Hamilton's taking advantage of a lot of opportunities. I say they really only take that first inning with the 4 runs. They definitely took advantage of a couple opportunities there. The second one, that's just one guy got a hold of a ball in the right situation sort of thing.
Yeah, correct. I would agree with that.
The Ballflowers are trying to get the attention of the umpire. Right now, the umpire is just reading the outfield sponsors. He's not paying attention to anyone whatsoever. He's saying to himself, I wonder what M&PT Printing Group does. Now, if the umpires here could only do what that Savannah Bananas umpires do, I think everybody would not be upset with the umpires. If the umpire danced, I'm pretty sure that you couldn't yell at him if he was having a good time. But then you get the other people, he's having too good of a time, he's not taking it seriously. People do tend to forget that this is just a game that we're playing, right? Don't tell that to everybody on the field. I know Jackson. Jackson plays slow pitch with me now, Matt. And he's still taking it seriously. We're getting him used to it, though.
It's hard to get used to it.
He's still asking me what the score is. I'm telling him to stop asking me because nobody wants to know what the score is. Come on, Ryan, just tell me, are we up by a couple or down or what are we at? We have converted him to the dark side, so you're having more fun, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, you can't get it all back in one swing here. It's going to take something like the first, a few singles, some in the gap. Got to be very selective here. Peters didn't have the greatest first inning.
Well, and the other thing, too, you got to look at 2 walks to start that first inning for the Majors side. So you get 2 runners on base. Then from there, you get the double from Starling Joseph to get a couple of runs in. And all of a sudden, it just kind of it's the train conductor mentality. You get it on the rails, you get it chugging a little bit, and all of a sudden, it's in the right direction.
Hitting is contagious.
Yes,
Hitting is
indeed.
contagious.
Out-of-town scoreboard as we take a look. As the Welland Jackfish up 1-0 on the Guelph Royals here early. And as you said, the top of second now going into the bottom of the second. The Cardinals up 8-3 here at Labatt Park, so definitely keeping an eye out of town. Before we get underway here in the bottom of the second, always want to give a big shout out to our food sponsor, Cucina Italian Kitchen in the Covent Garden Market. Mr. Kingshott was taking advantage of a sub before the game. Was it fantastic?
Unbelievable.
Absolutely. You can't go wrong with the Covent Garden Market. I've gone to Cucina a bunch of times myself. You can tell by my general body shape. Italian food is fantastic. That's it. I'm going to Cucina tomorrow. I had a dinner with the family. I couldn't indulge. I have a feeling Mr. Hiscock's going to send me home with food, though. Low pitch here.
Another Mustang up to bat.
Daniel Battelle, native of London. I guarantee you he's got a Mustang shirt underneath the Majors jersey. It's a dual fold scenario.
You'd like to think, that's for sure.
Absolutely. As chief pom-pom waver of Mustangs, I think everybody does.
If you wear purple, you bleed purple.
Absolutely. I actually had to ask the question before I came here tonight. Do I wear the Mustang shirt? Am I not supposed to? So I didn't brand, but I still wore purple. Inside. There you go.
There's the walk.
The ball flowers got what they're looking for. Ball 4. Will they call for ball 5? Which school in the States is it that had that? Was it Virginia Tech? Oh, okay.
I thought it was Vanderbilt.
We'll look it up in the break. Either way, fantastic, because the entire fans section, which is completely stocked full, is chanting and waving arms, the whole thing. There's a counting of balls scenario. I can imagine how the pitcher is not like, there it is. Pitch is in. It is ball 5. Does ball 5 count?
Texas A&M.
Ah.
And I'm pretty sure they got up to ball 11.
It was 12 or 13 or something like that. And then the pitcher finally got the strike. There's a pitch and a strike. 1-1 is the count. Now I thought that was 2-1. It is 2-1. See, the folks doing the stats for the graphics for us, absolutely right on. 2-1. Outs. Oh. All right, I'm not questioning an umpire.
No, 1 and 2 because they were yelling ball 6. Correct. They were asking for ball 6.
I thought they got 5 and 6 and then the strike. Inside. That one's going to go wild. There. Initially, I thought that made contact with Brett Graham, but as the filling guy, I have to ask the question, is this every game? This is beautiful.
Yeah.
You absolutely hate this if you're the opposition team. The home team is just like every guy on that bench in the major side is just snickering right now. Please don't do this against us, but we're having a good time that it's our guys. Shot to right field, sprayed in there, but it'll hang up. Tried to tag up there at second base, did Battelle, but I think he slipped a little bit off the tag.
That was a great toss by the right fielder right on line.
So Battelle ends up at second. We go back to the top of the order. Byron Reichstein going to step in here. Reichstein walked in the first inning and came around to score, and as did the top 3 majors in the first inning. And now with 2 outs, Reichstein definitely would like to find some green in that outfield and cash a run here to cut into that lead. Swings on the first pitch. Goes for the strike.
Want to get one here. Just look to chip away. You don't need to get it all back in one inning.
The way Reichstein swings, I think he wants to at least get 2 back in a swinging situation. Run to third. Nothing there. High throw coming in, and a good job. Battelle said, you know what? I slipped on the tag-up attempt at second. I'm going to take third anyway. He runs like a Mustang.
That was good.
Yeah, ladies and gents. See, I'm a dad. I'm allowed all the dad jokes. Badoonch. I'm only here on Tuesday. Hiscock's kicking me out after tonight. Oh, yeah, I forgot all the dumb jokes Robinson throws in. Do you get referenced more than in most games than I do here? Because I think I'm 15 or 20 at this point. Swing and a miss. And that will be the strikeout. So Reichstein looking to get them a couple back. Battelle goes to third on the stolen base, though. And we're up to 2 out here. Will Pollard up. Battelle's trying to cause a little havoc down there on third. He's making the shuffle. He's moving it around, and he's kind of hoping in that scenario Corbin Peters just kind of catches him out of the corner of his eye and maybe a little distracted, lets the pitch go wild. He gets the run in here. Will Pollard handles the bat well, though. Outside pitch, wild. Here comes Battelle, and he will score easily on the wild pitch there. That one was outside. Have you ever thought of putting a wild mic on them? Good times. Good folks down there. Pollard comes in and swings now.
If you joined us late after the top of the first, Will Pollard was a substitution for the injured Andrew Lawrence on a triple by Tanner Rempel. No, Tyler Duncan in the gap.
Yeah. Collided hard with the center field fence and went down with what we believe is a lower body injury. So,
we believed right knee, right thigh.
You never constitute in broadcast. Lower body, upper body. That's it. I once heard a mid body injury. It was like, so you had sore ribs? You have to cut the body in thirds? I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. I just talk about sports for a living.
I can try to be for a minute.
Thank goodness. No, I wouldn't even try. There are many people in this wonderful city that can take care of that. Full count. 2 out here. Inside and high. I think you just let go of that one at the wrong angle. As Pollard will take first base. And I was wondering, wait a second, this should be Starling Joseph, just didn't see him, but he's just making his way. The game will wait for me, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no pitch clock here.
No, just spray it nice, stay hitting. Good contact back in the first inning. Hit for a double to right field, came in, scored a pair. And then Joseph himself came around to score eventually as well for the third run in the bottom of the first inning. Joseph sets in, gets in the first pitch, takes a look. Outside pitch for Peters. So kind of as I mentioned in that top of the inning when the Cardinals scored their 4 runs, Peters has been struggling as well on the mound with the control. So whether he's given up walks or maybe a pitch down the middle that he wasn't anticipating, and all of a sudden Starling Joseph gets into it and things move along a little bit here. But we do have 2 out. Joseph takes a hard shot at that one. It goes to the right field side. Look out in the maintenance section. Or the people, no, that's a little too far for the hot dog section. So there, it's a little further down. Don't upset the people making the hot dogs. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, our solo run coming this inning, definitely from the wild pitches and the pass balls.
Yep.
You have a wild pitch, advances Battelle to second, stolen base at third, and then another wild pitch to score.
1-1 sets in. Joseph inside pitch. At first he doesn't like it, and then he has a bit of a wry smile to go along with it. That's just batter going, all right, we're playing this game, aren't we? All right. So does he go right back in there, or does he think, wait a second, he's going to be a little gun shy on the inside pitch?
Yeah, threw it again.
Right through
Breaking
that one.
Ball.
That one a little bit more towards the center as opposed to the previous, which ended up a little bit in the kitchen of Starling Joseph. Two.
Will Pollard on the run.
2 out. Shot through. Joseph gets a piece of it. It's a high shot to center field, but well within reach of the center fielder to shut things down. So the Majors get 1 here in the bottom half of the second inning to cut the lead to 8-4 for the Hamilton Cardinals. We'll take a break. Be back for the third inning up next.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on MajorsTV.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Get started at Planet Fitness today through the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
Welcome back to beautiful Labatt Memorial Park. A little bit of breeze tonight, as you see by the Canadian flag blowing in the wind, as the Hamilton Cardinals taking on the London Majors here in London. If you're watching on the stream on YouTube, make sure to get in on the chat section and let us know where you're watching from. No critiques of your play-by-play guy. Let's just move on. We'll get the regular guy back a little later on for you. We might keep the color commentator, though. He's pretty good. We'll go a 3-man team. It'd be great. But, yeah, in the chat on YouTube, let us know where you're watching from, or at London Majors on social media. I think the competition started early with the Iceland viewer, but, you know, doesn't matter. You're watching from Lambeth. You're watching from New Brunswick. You're watching from the Kingshott household. Check swing going to shortstop. Just a floater. Nice play there. Not an easy play. Some people would think the floating, there's not a whole lot to it. That's an easy play, but you're not sure exactly how much that's going to drip and diff all of a sudden.
Sometimes can even come at you like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Once in a while off the bat.
So not the easiest to play, but they'll take the out as Tommy Reyes Cruz does a good job staying with that one.
Definitely harder hit than I imagined on a check swing like that.
I don't think he's going to need his sunglasses on the hat anymore, but, you know, it's a good style look.
Hey, look good, play good.
Yeah.
And a great pitch.
Look good, feel good, play good. It's the magic trio right there. Why do you think I wear Oakleys to every slow pitch game? I don't need them.
I still haven't even gotten my jersey yet.
I got to pick that up for you, don't I? Thanks for the reminder. Look out. That one left the hand a little early. It's a little warm here in the Forest City.
Yeah, it is definitely.
That one's going to slip out of the hand periodically.
Humid. We're definitely sweating in the.
I sweat all the time.
In the box here. Ooh, might be getting a fan pulled over for us.
And as the statement I always hated when I was younger, my parents ran gas stations. You'd always get the people to say, "Oh, it's not the heat, it's the humidity." No, it's both. Right down the middle, hard shot, sprayed into right field. Under it, makes the catch. Good conversation there on the right-hand side as Graham was trying to help out Reichstein in right field, just kind of letting him know, here's the angle of the ball, as you never know, especially this time of night. White baseball on slightly gray-blue sky.
Never a good combo.
I've heard outfielders say, I hate that more than beaming sun, because at least I know when it's out of the sun, when it's out of the sun itself, I can usually see it pretty well.
Sometimes they get jambled in the lights, too.
Yeah,
makes it worse.
1-0 here.
He swings hard.
Charlie Towers.
To that
Dustin Pedroia effect. Not the biggest guy, taller, but especially when he gets that tuck in for the swing too. Just kind of low center of gravity, just trying to get that through. Look out! That, ladies and gentlemen, is why the screens are in play here. Let's get them in, keep everybody safe. Don't want any. That one would have probably got the far side of the press box, to be honest. So those folks are as attentive as possible down there. So great people. They'll catch bare hands down there. They mean business. Low pitch. Goes for a ball, so 2-2.
Want to attack here.
My opportunity to say deuces are wild. Literally, number 2's at bat. 2 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. If only it was the second inning. Dad jokes aplenty.
Foul off his foot there.
This is where Jackson reminds me where there's a ball game going on.
Charlie Towers going for a little walk here to shake that one off.
Towers coming around to score back in that second inning. That coming off the grand slam, but now an 8-4 game after the Majors pick up a single run in the bottom of the inning. Inside corner got that one. As the Cardinals will not be able to add any more to that run column, which is exactly what the Majors were hoping for. So it remains 8-4. Group conversation down the third baseline as the Majors all come together. Manager Roop Chandradat leading the conversation. So we've seen full well that the Majors can obviously, they're putting runs up, and that's kind of what we were talking about to start the game. Not a team that can't score. It's just getting into those tight score battles sort of thing, especially now. This is probably that conversation right there is, okay, they've scored runs in the first 2 innings. Now we put up a 0. Now let's put a crooked number of our own up, and now things are moving a little bit.
I would agree. Definitely been taking advantage of our walks and pass balls so far. Still only at 2 hits for our 4 runs, but if you just keep taking advantage, keep chipping away, you're not going to all get it back in 1 inning.
MajorsTV worldwide. It's a hashtag, Mr. Hiscock, so you can use it free of charge. So we talked about the fan watching from Iceland. We have Florida and Dexter, Michigan as well.
Michigan.
MajorsTV worldwide. Use it on Twitter. And always with every social media platform, I feel like everywhere I go I'm talking about social media. You get tired of me talking about social media all the time.
Yeah.
It's the greatest thing in the world. Keep going. At London Majors, little TikTok, little Twitter. Do we call that X now?
No.
No, let's not call it that. Okay,
No.
good. All right. So we'll just move on from that conversation. My personal favorite, Instagram, because I spend most of my days in Instagram world. Obviously, Facebook is there for a good population. YouTube. We're watching the game on YouTube tonight.
Yeah.
The chat functionality is lighting up a little bit. Mr. Hiscox, are they making fun of the play-by-play guy at all? Oh, they are nice people. Nice people indeed. So you always have to pander to the audience, too, as well, Jackson. So make sure if you aren't, take this second, grab your mobile device, throw a follow. We got a little bit of I'll take a section here. Not only you do the follow, I will make sure to personally throw it where you're watching from. A little negotiation here. As we are here in the Game Day London press box here in beautiful Labatt Memorial Park. Great folks there over at Game Day London, led by good friend Todd Devlin, always doing hard work to keep the ongoing conversation of local sports in our community. So once you're done following the majors, go over and follow Game Day London. There you go. Outside pitch. If you're watching Game Day London content, I believe you will see some Matt Hiscock's photography in there periodically. Not only can he produce a ball game, stream it at the same time, he also can take your pictures too. Low shot, that one into the outfield.
Trouble.
Everybody likes a lawn dart, but I thought we were getting it through. See, lawn darts are my special. You know this well. See, this is the portion where you remind me where there's a ball game going on.
Good communication between the center fielder and the shortstop there. Shortstop broke off last second. You can clearly tell the center fielder called him off.
So that was Tommy Reyes cruise to center field, which brings up Edouard Giolio, the catcher. Spends a lot of time with the umpire there. He's got to keep his piece. Look out! Now the question, all right, it's going for a ball because the pitch was a little close to that bat over the shoulder, and I've seen that a time or two where you duck out of the way so you don't get plunked with the ball.
You got to drop it.
Then it goes the old. Well, that's not the Russell Martin thing because that was a throwback. So I know for Jays fans, they're hurt that I even mentioned it. You're kind of concerned with your head. You're not remembering. Maybe I should drop the bat too. And now Diolio. First he gets one over his head, then it's a low pitch that's called for a strike. He is mumbling under his breath relentlessly right now. Yes, no?
Yes.
And he's trying not to make sure that the umpire is hearing what he's saying. So a 1-1 count. That one, got the facing of the overhang.
On the backswing.
Yeah.
Got the catcher on the backswing.
Catcher on catcher violence. You don't want that.
You always respect your counterpart.
Some guys turn around. You were too close. The catcher turns around. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And I think that might have got a bit of contact there. I think the umpire signaled deflection and out.
Foul tip.
Oh, foul tip out, so.
Number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Definitely the biggest round of applause of the night so far.
Cleve, noticeable check there, Mr. Hiscox. I believe Nye gloves in the first at-bat. Said, you know what? That one didn't go my way. We are going to go with the batting gloves this time around. Don't tell me this game does not have superstition within it. Cleve says, you know what? Maybe the bat was slipping a little much. A little humid tonight. I'll put the gloves on. Don't have to worry about the bat slipping. Or it might be, I really need some good contact here, so let's just go ahead and grab these gloves and not have to worry about things. Change it up. Peters here on the 0-1. Outside pitch.
Check. Did not go by the first base umpire.
No swing on the check down the first base line. It was a close one, but just held back according to the man in blue along the first base line. Inside pitch, big swing there, but looked like a low pitch, maybe a bit of a change up there as it got to the plate, just kind of dipped into the dirt.
Yeah, well out in front of that one again. Similar to the first at-bat for him, a little off balance here out in front. Maybe sit back on one and let the ball come to you. Maybe he's a little anxious tonight.
Cleve just
knows we're commentating.
Wants to make that. Oh, outside pitch now. Cleve's going to have a I can't imagine Cleve would argue that. He'll come on, man. So a strikeout for Cleveland Brownlee, and the Majors go down quickly in the bottom of the third inning as we remain at 8-4. We'll take the break as the kids run the bases here on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
You're watching London Majors Baseball.
London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park here on Majors TV. For those watching along on YouTube, thanks for tuning in this evening as the kids running the bases just finished it up. I didn't see who won. My apologies. Jackson was probably taking stats along the situation.
There was a lot of them.
Quite a few. But you know what? There's nothing quite like running the bases at a ball day game. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That's the Oak Ridge Minor Baseball Organization right there. Is it bad that I'm looking at the colors going, wait a second, who have we played against in the U11 division? Are they the same age bracket or not? My daughter Abigail playing in the Mosquito division this year. First time for actual pitching.
That's always fun.
It's been an adventure. We got a couple of good pitchers, so
definitely a learning curve.
Yeah,
pun intended.
There are some curved pitches, that's for sure. Nonetheless, that's why we want to see as many kids as possible in minor baseball, enjoying the finer elements of the game, but also the importance of teamwork, willing to work together, knowing how to deal with successes and sometimes failures.
Canadian baseball really on the come up, though.
Absolutely. And baseball in Canada always goes as the Blue Jays go.
That is
Blue
true.
Jays do well, all of a sudden you kids want to play. Who doesn't want to be Bo Bichette right now? I know if you don't start with the batting average in the last 5 games and all that other business.
Or Vladdy.
I have to buy headbands right now that are Bo Bichette headbands. Literally. Last week, she found out once Bo Bichette started wearing his own headbands, my daughter has the same length hair. She now wants to be Bo Bichette. And I am not upset about it because she will watch every baseball game with me. My wife, on the other hand, not the biggest fan. Shot through to center field. That's one of those hard-hit balls, as you saw there. If you could see down the first base line, is a good hard hit there from Brandon Nicholson, but he ran and still had the bat in his hand. You know what? I know what's going to happen here. Low drop in there. Tanner Rempel walked in the first, had a single in the second inning, but came around to score both those times at bat. But Nicholson, the first out tonight here in this top of the fourth.
Come and get it.
Couple bouncer up the middle. Shortstop comes in, makes the play, throws on to first to get the second out. And again, I'm going to sing the praises of Reyes Cruz a little bit there. A bouncing ball, but for those who have not played on this field, they do not know how many tricks that infield grass can play. You can think that one's doing a one skip hop to you, and all of a sudden it's about 3, and it takes a backspin in the grass, and you're going, how did that stop? So he's not only trying to make that play, he's got to be like, which version of a hop am I getting here?
It's a great play on the run. Tougher than people imagine, throwing it on the run.
Good hard throw on as well, so 2 quick outs here. A little bit of a low hop there. Tough to pull there for Diolio, so goes to a 2-0 count. Tyler Duncan triple in the first inning and walked in the second. He too scoring both times. Batting .372 on the year with 10 home runs and 32 RBIs. Inside pitch, another one down in the dirt, so back-to-back low pitches here. I'm sure Martinez has been well-versed on what's coming the other way, so he's going, wait a second, this guy does pretty well. I'm not going to go ahead and just give him one of those letter-high fastballs just for him to crank another one.
Yeah, he's definitely their best hitter, but 2 outs here, you want to attack. Last thing you want is a 2-out walk.
And there it is. So back-to-back walks there for Duncan after the aforementioned first inning triple.
And if you remember 2 short innings ago, Dennis had the grand slam to open this game wide up. Nice healthy hack there again for him.
Nice one indeed. You know, Dave Benning, he scored both times. Little wry applause for the ball boy there. You got to keep those guys. Give them the love.
They love him.
They're sitting there. He's got a bucket full of balls, and he's just hanging out over there.
He's got his own seat.
Outside pitch, trying to frame that one was Diolio a bit. Kind of being like, maybe I'll just keep this one here, just in case. Kind of, hey, umpy, right here. It was on the inside. Got the edge. Dave Banning, 291 on the year. 14 RBIs. Inside
Good pitch.
Martinez can't buy a side right now. That is evident by I'm going to go ahead and take a walk around the back of the mound here for a second. Just have a little conversation amongst myself. Is it a conversation, or is it a take a breath, or is it I just need to not be looking at the umpire at this particular second?
Most people, I would tell you, it's all three.
All three combined?
Same spot.
Diolio. He's trying to frame. Somebody just got tossed. Oh, are they going to get their... All right, so we don't have any pitching coaches in the game anymore. I believe Brent Wales is going to... he's going to go sit in the clubhouse and wait for everybody else to come back a little later on. But the bench appreciating the fact that the coaching staff sticking up for their own. Umpires don't like it when you argue balls and strikes.
Same pitch again.
Martinez is going, all right. It's three in the similar spot. I got to think at least one or two of those was there.
If you ain't getting the first, you might not be getting the second and the third, though.
And looks like Roop. Is it Roop coming out to have a chat there? I haven't put the glasses on yet, so I don't see distances. I'd never assume that I'm going to speak for Mr. Chanderdat, but the hand gesture initially of like, don't worry about that. I thought they were both there. Don't let it frustrate you. You got 2 outs.
Yeah, just got to go after the hitter here. That's all you got to be thinking about right now. Got to let your defense make a play for you right here.
So runners first and second here now with 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. As Wilbur Martinez in his debut here for the Majors. Hard shot over the shortstop. Play on to second to get the out and retire the side. As
nice play by Tommy to sit on that one. Take it deep on the backhand.
Hamilton Cardinals, no score there in the top of the 4th inning. As we now take a look at the Our Insurance Guy Insurance tip of the game.
This week's insurance tip, we're talking about collectibles, maybe a sports card collection, jewelry, any type of other kind of collectible that you have in your home. There is a limit that most home insurance companies have to the coverage you'd get if all of those items were stolen or if they were damaged in a fire. So make sure your insurance company knows if you want coverage for your sports card collection or other memorabilia. Jewelry, there's usually a cap on how much jewelry an insurance company will pay out on a claim. So make sure any kind of collectibles or jewelry, fine arts, fine furnishings, make sure the insurance agent or broker knows so that they can report it back to the insurance company and get that coverage added to your policy in the event that there is a major loss in your home. So today's tip, make sure your insurance company knows about any kind of collectibles, memorabilia, and jewelry. I'm Eric Gagne with Our Insurance Guy. Now back to you guys.
Thank you indeed to everyone's favorite insurance guy, Our Insurance Guy, Eric Gagne. Good friend of the broadcast, good friend of mine personally. all your insurance needs, go see Eric. He can take care of you. It's always nice when you know the guy you're dealing with, too. That personal effect makes a difference. So Corbin Peters back on the mound for the Hamilton Cardinals, as the Cardinals in town to take on the Majors here on a beautiful Tuesday night here in London, Ontario.
Started to get a little breeze in here.
Hey, I felt a little breeze. I'll take it. I don't know if it's the fan. It might be the fan.
It might be.
I don't care where it's coming from, but I'll take the breeze. If Mother Nature wanted to provide a little breeze too, I wouldn't be upset. Just leave the rain alone. I believe, according to the weather forecast, we're going to see enough of that later this week. So, great night for a ball game, as 4-run advantage here for Hamilton. That coming off the pair of 4 spots in the first and second inning. And looks like the bullpen is maybe starting to rumble a little bit down that third base line, as a little bit of, that might be a little Jared Lund. It might be just a little bit of in-between activity, in between innings. Let's keep everybody active. Just a little bit of there, as big thanks to 519 Jersey Auctions for the sponsoring the mobile cam down there. Love a good mobile cam. Even better, you know what's better than mobile camera? Mobile camera operators. Camera crew, everything. Mr. Hiscox, do we have a list of the crew tonight? I am a fan of naming all of them. Shot through, hard one off the bat here. This tailing a bit towards left field, but it'll be tracked down on the run.
It was a great swing.
Yeah, Kane McGee just a hard shot there, but off the bat, I thought that was going to tail a little bit more and maybe get down for some green in the gap, but.
Number 13, Daniel Littell.
A lot of our hard hit balls we've gone the other way with.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're getting.
Yep.
Been given a lot of outside pitches. Just take what you're given. And
yeah, if you're getting that outside pitch, just take it the other way. Don't try and flick the wrist too hard, then you're
rolling over and weak ground balls.
Absolutely. Patel sees a low pitch for a ball here to start things out. Patel walking in the second inning, coming around to score. Did a great job in that inning, as I recall. I believe it was a wild pitch to get to second, and then a steal of third, and a wild pitch to get home.
That is correct, yes.
Small ball, ladies and gentlemen, not a bad thing.
Manufacturing runs in different ways.
Patel, chopper to the right-hand side, over to second base, makes the throw on to first, makes it close, though. Still called for the out. But Patel did not take any time off on that run down the first base line. He was chugging, almost got there.
That grass does eat it up here really quickly.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the second hop was also bigger than the first one.
Second baseman, number 11, Brett Graham.
So Brett Graham, the second baseman for the Majors, stepping in here with 2 outs. Trying to start a little 2-out mess. As twilight sets in here in the Forest City.
I believe Brett Graham also played in the Fieldhouse Pirates organization, the CPBL, in Burlington.
A Burlington native indeed, so. Salem University Tigers. Graham, 8 for 40 here so far in the season, with only 2 RBI, but still trying to contribute here on the bottom of the order. Ball boy's getting some love again. One-two pitch, 2 out here in the bottom 0-4 shot right through to center field, and he'll bump up that average a little bit with his 9th hit of the season.
Great piece of hitting back up the middle. Very hard hit ball. Maybe start a little 2-out rally here for our Majors.
Back to the top of the order for the veteran of the lineup, Byron Reichstein.
It's always great when your 9th guy can flip it.
Always love the walk-up music for each guy. Kind of gives you an indication of the personality a little bit. Which guy's throwing a little country music into it? Who's got the heavy metal going?
What are you?
Oh, I'm a country music guy all the way.
Same.
My favorite's when a guy goes country, but he goes like soft country music, and you're like, wait a second. But it's always like the guy who's like 6'3" and got like built shoulders, and you're like, wait a second. Why is he playing a Taylor Swift love song? Get Love Story going for Taylor Swift is great. Was Rizzo a Swiftie? Yeah.
There's a lot of Swifties these days.
Well, everybody is this summer. I've seen clips of that tour, and you're just like, I've got to see this. Although I know there's the ongoing she hasn't come to Canada thing going on. We know full well anybody from like this area south has just gone to the Detroit show, so it's like IKEA. They're not going to build local when they can just, everybody will still go. Still back to baseball. Reichstein up to 3-1 now.
One spot
there
here.
There they go.
Try and catch this one out in front, thinking one pitch, one spot right here.
Low
That
pitch.
was not it.
And ball full. The Flowers get what they wanted. They got their 4th ball. I have a feeling Reichstein probably would have been okay with a pitch he could hit, but nonetheless.
Center fielder number 14, Will Pollard.
Will Pollard, he's walked both times coming around, and Pollard was all part of all that controversy back a few innings ago, and he made a swing. Umpire indicated it was catcher's interference, so he got the base. Then the catcher was ejected. Then the pitching coach was ejected. And the Flowers are calling for ball 6. They're part of the broadcast tonight. I'm pretty sure they're part of the broadcast whether we wanted them to or not, so embrace it, it's fun. Pollard waits for it.
And
low pitch. Moves the count to 2-0. And the Flowers are calling for 7.
Same thing here as last at bat. One pitch, one spot right here.
This one's tougher because it's the 2. You got to get the 7, then it's 2. They're doing a good job on the cadence, though. And Corbin Peters hates the entire section.
Run it.
A little bit of a off the handle. Pollard's running hard to first. High throw. And the umpire's going to call safe. He's trying to appeal that he got the tag down. Pollard ran hard, and I think he probably saw the high throw at the corner of his eye and said, I'm going to duck a little bit for this one.
Yeah, it was just hit soft enough that Pollard knew right out of the box to get going as quick as he could.
And now the
force a bad throw from the shortstop.
This will force a conversation at the mound. Corbin Peters is showing a little bit of frustration. Just maybe a little bit of rumbling down the first base line for the Cardinals, but I don't think this is a call to the bullpen at all. This is just I know you might be frustrated. I know you think you probably should be out of the inning right now because of that play at first base. But we saw this exact same conversation in the bottom of the last inning, or in the earlier portions when Wilber Martinez is out on the mound. He's getting frustrated, so on and so on. Roop Chanderdak comes out. You just try and calm the guy down a bit. 2 out. It's literally the exact same situation.
Yeah, literally.
I know you didn't like that play. In the major situation, I know you didn't like that, so that call for a walk, but it's over. Move on. Easier said than done from a pitcher's perspective, right, Mr. Kingshott?
Correct. It looks like both bullpens have someone getting loose now.
So Will Pollard gets the slow rolling single up the middle and then beats out the throw to first base with the high throw.
It's the right guy you want up.
Starling Joseph takes a look, takes a hack. It's up, it's high, it's off the roof, maybe over it. I'd be lying if I remember what the road was behind the stadium. Is it Wilson? I really got to keep up on my London small streets. Joseph, big hack there off the top for the 0-1 count. He's thinking of doing some damage. Low pitch, evens up the count at 1-1.
Great chance to really chip away at this lead here for Sterling Joseph.
He's got that tall stature, big wingspan to try and get some bat head movement. Peters with the pitch on the 1-1. Joseph takes another big swing, but that one beats him high. He'll take a walk around. While he's going by, he's probably just saying to the umpire, a little high. One. You never, you can never not ask for a little bit of information. Usually like, excuse me, Mr. Umpire. Is that a little high? Some will respond. Outside. I think he took the swing, and first base umpire says no swing, wild pitch, scores the run, so that advances everybody a base. Like they actually got the ball.
Pass balls and wild pitches have killed them.
Did it get under the meshing and they actually have it? That's my question. See, there you go. You involve yourself in the game, you go home with a souvenir. You make sure you got a hot dog while you're here, and that's a whole event. Two. Swing by Joseph. He'll make the play down to first base for the completing the out. And the Majors get the single in the inning to cut the lead to 8-3 now. And we'll take the break and be back next with the fifth here on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park as the Hamilton Cardinals in town to take on the London Majors. As the in-between inning game is going back and forth between two. See, you got the water balloon. Great job, as always, by the 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam down there, catching the in-between inning action. Just whatever you do, Mr. Water Balloon guy, stay away from the mobile cam guy, please. Don't need any issues with that. This is not the Vladdy Guerrero, pours water on his teammates mentality going on here. So a recap of the scores you see on your screen. Hamilton 8 runs, 6 hits and a single error, whereas the Majors 5 runs, 4 hits and the lone error. Both sides spraying those runs around a little bit. Obviously Hamilton with the 2-4 spots in the first 2 innings, but they've been blanked in the last 2. So Wilbur Martinez is back out onto the mound. So Brute Chanderdat and company going to give him a chance to continue here, see if he can contribute and continue to contribute to his new ball club. A late call for time there. I think that might be the old "a fly flew into my eye."
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's for safety purposes, as Josh Niles says, "I apologize here, but I have a small bug in my eye, and I really don't want a ball flying at me while that's going on." Oh, I'm going to go with the drops here.
It'd be really great if you could get Martinez to put up another 0 for us here.
Was that the drops or was that water?
I saw water.
Okay. That's the old, just give me the water bottle. Let me see if I can wash this out quickly. I had to do eye drops a few weeks ago. Worst thing I've ever had to do.
I've been lucky. I've never had
that problem. Annoying as all. Then I talk to my friends who wear contacts, and they tell me to shut up, and we move on with the day. Martinez inside pitch. So it looks like Josh Niles is situated well again. Inside, he's going to get him right in the numbers. So Niles hit my pitch to start out the inning here.
Jared Lund still in the pen for the Majors.
Luis Pimentel Guerrero up to the plate for the Cardinals. As you said, Jackson, activity on both sides. Takes the hit. Bat goes almost to first base as well. Nice play there at first base. I know the frustration there is you're trying to take that one hopper, throw it to second, and then get back to first, but you'll take the lead runner.
Very tough play with a quick runner, too. He did end up breaking it.
It was a broken bat. I wasn't sure if it was a broken bat or if that was the old I took a swing and it just lost it sort of thing. So a donation to the lumber department has just been made.
Another weak hit ball here. Double play. Get through 5 innings here for Martinez.
Lane Renault up now. Yeah, we definitely love a soft shot to the shortstop for a quick twist down the middle.
Great breaking ball there by Martinez.
Couple of hiccups to start the game, but he's been solid the last 2, that's for sure. Another foul ball off to the right-hand side. And that one got the roof. That sounded pretty solid.
Up 0-2 here again. Don't want to be pretty like we were in the first, giving up 0-2 hits. Stay out of the zone here. Get a swing and a miss or some weak contact here, but can't be too pretty. Can't stay inside the zone here.
He's been doing some good job of missing the the hardy part of the bat for the last little bit, too. Shot along. That gets shortstop off the end of the outreach there of Reyes Cruz as he was trying to get across there, but that one had a little English to the outside. That was going to be a tough ball no matter what.
Yeah, playing a little more up the middle for double play depth.
Shortstop number 2, Charlie Towers.
His regular spot would probably be right at him.
And here comes Roop Chanderdat. Second time out to the mound, so I believe this will be the request for the baseball. As Roop conversation takes the ball, says thank you very much. And makes the pitching change. Jared Lund has been out warming up for quite some time, so he comes in to take the ball. As he warms up, we'll take the break and be back up next here on Majors TV.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Get started at Planet Fitness today through the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
Back here at Labatt Memorial Park as pitching change coming in as Jared Lund warming up here for the Majors. He's here tonight, but he's making a little trip in the next little bit there, Mr. Kingshott.
Yeah. St. Thomas Tomcats off the Nationals. Believe they came first. They beat Guelph in the final of the Intercounty League.
It's got that heavy tuck on the pitch, too. Thank you, sir. Jackson's employing himself as a exterminator at the same time here.
Mosquito killer.
Getting the calling the game, providing expertise, and making sure that we don't end up having to use the afterbite after the game tonight. We avoid afterbite as long as we avoid Diamond 3 at Slow Pitch City. You haven't experienced that just yet.
Well, now that there's a tree through the backstop.
It can stay there. I know the fine folks of the park out there would prefer to have all their diamonds functional.
Great pitch.
The amount of times I've had to deal with excess mosquitoes is not fun. So Lund stepping in. First pitch strike here. 17 and a third innings pitched so far this year with 18 strikeouts to go along with it. So a little bit of a different look than Wilbur Martinez, and low pitch in there, so that evens the count at 1-1. Just the one out. Runners on first and second. Towers waits. A little off-speed pitch. It was almost like it looked like his arm took a pause there on the way through. I'm going to deliver this pitch, but I'm going to just pause my arm for a second here and just throw you off completely. Waits, takes a look, couple looks back at second base, delivers the pitch, strike.
Stay right there on the outside corner.
2-2 here with one out. Lund's looking impressive here early. Roop Chanderdat hoping he made the right call here to pull Martinez from the game after a good showing through the third and fourth, and start of the 5th inning. Low ball on the outside. Majors have not been getting, either side has not been getting the low call tonight. So
No. Really got to attack here. Make sure you're throwing a strike. Got to make him beat you.
Towers has got that kind of lean back batting stance too. He's not leaning over the plate too much, so he's giving himself some options. Another low pitch, and that one will go for a walk. So after Lund came in and threw a couple of solid strikes in there, loses the batter. And that flips the order back to the top. Brandon Nicholson. Nicholson had a hard shot out to right field last time around. Went for the out, though.
Corner's in here.
First pitch swinging. Nicholson looking to make an impact quickly here. Ball boy gets his love, as he should, as he...
Been a fan favorite tonight. Middle infield back, double play depth. Corners will probably go home to first here. And a hard hit ball.
Options aplenty. Pick your favorite pillow. That's a beauty right there. Threw him off. Nicholson was expecting a little heat there, and a little bit of a middle shot there, and doing a great job to finish that one off. So it's 0-2 now. Lynn's up in the count. Shot through to the right-hand side. A little bit of a slow one. They're going to go to second on the out. It's a tough one there for the first baseman. Do I pick it up, run over to first, take the out? Do I try and... He makes the decision, you know what, I'm gonna take away that middle shot and give up the run, get the out.
Was a tough play. Only other option there would be after that first hop, come and get it. Take your momentum, take you home.
Mm-hmm.
But sat on it. Opened up his body.
I don't think it was hard enough for him. He was kind of playing. He was playing in, but it was a little. If it was a little harder, maybe he'd get momentum. But had that kind of a loop shot.
It did
coming through. So. A little fielder's choice there on the 3-4 play.
Still one pitch away from getting out of this, though.
1-0 here for Lund. Settles in. Hard shot to right field. Reichstein backing up on the play. Makes the catch on the run. And completes the top of the 5th inning. So Hamilton adds a single in the top, but extended with 2 men left on.
It's good to get out of that, limit that to 1 run.
Absolutely, with the runner situation there too, you had a full bases, your bags are juiced at that point. You're going, okay, you get the slow hop to the right-hand side. Am I going to make the play home? Am I going to just go back and touch first? Elects to go to second to get the middle out. So,
but at the end of the day, you just want to get an out in that situation.
And I'm not going to say you're okay with giving up a run there, but when you've got loaded bases and you only give up 1 run, a little bit of maybe a sigh of relief of like, that could have been a lot worse. So yeah. We'll call it limited damage.
Yeah.
Next game here for the Majors coming up on Friday night. A Friday night at Labatt Memorial Park. Not a bad opportunity to spend an evening.
Tuesday night at Labatt Park tonight. Working out great.
The Friday night broadcast team, I'm sure, will be much more enjoyable.
Get the regular.
We're only halfway through the game. We'll see if we might or may not get the call. I don't know. The Flowers are giving the guy. Oh, enjoyable. Top of 7 as the Welland Jackfish. That's the toughest fish in the league. 3-0 up on the Guelph Royals. Are there any fish? As soon as I said that, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I was going to say
I'll say something stupid. And so with 3-0 there as the league's top team continues to be impressive. And we have a pitching change as I continue to make stupid jokes, and the broadcast team reminds me that there's a game happening. So Alex Hannigan coming in to pitch. Getting his warm-up pitches in, so Hamilton's 7 hits here, and that's kind of indicative of some of the wild pitches and so on and so forth that have been going on, and we've seen combination wild pitches, quite a few walks as well, so that's kind of where it sits. But both teams having a bit of a struggle with the walks and the wild pitches, so we'll wait and see what happens there. Majors would like to see a couple here in this inning for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to get in a lull here in these middle innings. Really take advantage. While you're limiting Hamilton to only 1 run in the last 3 innings, really want to take advantage and cut this lead down.
So Tommy Reyes-Cruz stepping in, the shortstop for the Majors. He's made a few good, solid defensive plays here tonight. Got to think he's sitting there going, you know what, I'd like to start things off here. High pitch there. I was waiting to see if the umpire was going to call that one. He seems to be the areas that the pitchers have been complaining they're not getting, the high and outside towards the left-hand batter's box seems to be the one that they've been getting a little bit. So this time around, the umpire's deciding, you know what, no, not going to have that one either. Oh, pulls back. Thinks about it.
And the faithful getting back into it again.
I was wondering if that was coming or not. They're paying attention all the time. We don't have to look at the screen. We don't have to look at the scoreboard or anything. There it is. Outside.
And it's definitely worked tonight.
No doubt about that. And the funniest part is the worst thing an opposition can do is turn around and chirp or yell back, because then it's on.
Yeah. You just open the doors.
I've actually, a couple times I've seen it where opposition team will turn around and go, you know, all right, that's enough. Or, you know, the bench will start chirping or something like that. Oh, give them the recognition, and all of a sudden it's on. Diolio comes in, and the groan of the strike.
Nobody in the stadium wanted to see that.
Center cut strike, and the entire section goes, oh, we were having fun. Go back to throwing balls. Flanagan shot through this one. Shortstop dribbles a little bit. Takes away, safe at first base, beats it out. The umpire's going to, or the first baseman's going to act as if he's thinking, wait a second. He knows full well that was. You've got that foot on the base. You know full well when it touches the glove and when it hits the base.
Yeah. Charlie Towers did well regrouping himself there. It's a tough in-between kind of hopper where it just dies on you right before it gets to the glove.
Does Cleveland Brownlee have the Lion King as part of his?
That's what I thought I just heard.
Throw in Hakuna Matata and it's all an event. Yeah, it's the Lion King theme. There you go. Pitcher's going to step off here. I think he heard somebody say time. I may have missed something there, but either way, Cleve's still got the gloves on, so big swing. That's an outside pitch.
Been really chasing tonight.
Yeah, they've been throwing a lot of that outside stuff.
Yeah, they haven't given him
No.
much to hit. Imagine it comes with a little respect being him.
Yeah. You're only named to the, is it the IBL top 100 or 150? Top 100, and as always, extremely graceful in his acceptance. I'm sure when they told him initially, Cleve knowing Cleve, he probably said, oh, come on, there's got to be some other guys. Give them the recognition. Luckily, the folks organizing the top 100 said, no, Cleve, you are definitely part of the top 100 of this league, and for all the things you do. The ongoing commentary of every winter section is Cleve going to continue to play. I will admit I smile a little bit extra every time I see that announcement on the Majors social that Cleveland Brownlee will be back for another season.
I grew up watching them when they'd come to Brantford to play the Red Sox. Catch one out in front here.
Inside pitch, a little chopper over to the left-hand side. Third base and pitcher, or third base and shortstop almost come together. And Diolio is going to be thrown out at second base, so back-to-back outs at second. So Brownlee gets to first base here with 2 out. Kane McGee here. Are we still playing Where in the World? Ah, there you go. Cleve, one of 21 majors in the top 100 of the IBL. Spray to left field. This is going to count. Down in the grass, Cleveland's going to go 2. He's going to stop. The big fella says, you know what? I'm going to stop right here. Pull the chute. I'm good. We're going to have runners on first and second. But a great shot there by McGee. Just takes what's given to him, fires it to left field, and runners on first and second.
I really thought Cleveland could have turned it on there and got third.
Don't you dare critique Mr. Brownlee. If Cleve says I'm shutting her down, that was the right decision. When he's watching the highlights later, I'm making sure he knows that you said that. I'm not touching that.
I had faith.
Yeah. First and second, 2 out here in the bottom of 5. Pitches in, outside.
Another good chance for the Majors here. Another runner in scoring position. It's the time he's got to capitalize here in these middle innings.
Patel's walked a couple times. We mentioned earlier about the good base running opportunities he's taken. Nothing crazy here. Just touch a little green. You got to touch the fence if you want Cleve getting in, though. See, I didn't there. Now we're even.
Definitely one in the gap.
He's arguing. He's angry at both of us. It's even.
Little fake steal there.
Cleve stutter stepped on his way to. Here comes. They're calling for the 4th ball. I mean, the third baseman is way off. Last pitch, Cleve stutter step. That time just stood there with his arms on his hips. You know what? Oh, well. Patel with the swing and miss to load the count. When Lanigan looked back at Cleve, he gave him the old shoulder shrug. Just to see.
He did. 3 and 2, 2 out.
Let's see if I can get him to juke and take a buck. That'll work out. Any way to help.
Anything on the infield here. Going over to first base.
He's on the run. And a foul off towards the parking lot. Mr. Kingshott is worried that his vehicle might have got.
Runners will be on the move here again.
Hey, Cleve was moving.
He's going to be moving again.
Kane McGee over at first. Brownlee at second, full count, 2 out. Patel looking to put the ball in play and help his team out a bit. Low pitch bounces, but it'll go for a walk. Brownlee taking a chug around third base. He got stopped up by the third base coach.
Stop sign.
Oh, he dropped the. I thought they were saying we got the ball initially. I'm like, how the heck did that happen? Bases are loaded here. Bottom of the order, Brett Graham stepping in. Brownlee's got the Lion King. There's for his walk-up music. Graham going a little Latin flavor there. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh. Pitch comes in. That one looked like one of those two of those outside pitches that Wilbur Martinez didn't get.
Correct.
I'm not critiquing an umpire. I'm just stating an opinion, if you will.
Cleveland's still dancing on third.
Graham fouls one off to push the count to 0-2. I like how the third base coach had to come like almost halfway to kind of throw that big stop sign. Whoa, 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 big fella. And swing and a miss. Tough one there. As Graham strikes out to finish the side, so Majors had some promise there, but not able to convert. So it's 9-5 here as we've completed the 5th inning.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch the ball.
Yeah, I have to say, like, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
You're watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Get started at Planet Fitness today through the free PF app, online, or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
Welcome back to Labatt Memorial Park as the Hamilton Cardinals up 9-5 here on the Majors. As we start things out here in the 6th, as both teams scored early, and then each team has had a single run here in the last 2 innings, one apiece. So Tyler Duncan, the center fielder here for the Cardinals, is stepping in. He scored twice, walked a pair of times as well. Big threat. Batting .372 this year. A little floater inside pitch. Duncan was kind of gave that one a bit of an odd stare to it, but Jared Lund. Good Breaking ball there. Gets Duncan to swing. Pushes the count to 1-2. And hard shot down the right field line, but that will be foul. As Duncan caught a piece of that Lund breaking ball, but just a bit too far out front. So it looks like the Majors will adjust the outfield a little bit down the line here. As great shot there. Low pitch. That one's going to dribble up the middle. No play there at second base. Absolutely nothing could be done there by Brett Graham. He was playing a little bit more to the pull side of first base, and then the bounding ball up the middle. He got over there to get it, but it was going to be far too late, and Duncan is going to start with the single. So Dennis Debanning going to step in here. Low shot over to shortstop. Makes the play. Throw into second for the out. Over to first, but far too late. But nice play there. Again, Brett Graham hard on the play. And
I think Daniel Battelle is at second base. I saw number 13 on the back there. Yeah.
It's an eagle-eyed color commentator over here.
So it must have been a defensive switch. I can't tell who's at third base right now, but does not look like Brett Graham.
Pitch in, this one comes in, going to be low. Diolio just kind of takes a bit of a walk and says, that's the catcher. I think that was a strike, but you didn't call it walk.
Correct. It's been a tight zone.
Excuse me, Mr. Umpire, I disagree. Hard pitch in there for the strike. Pushes it to 1-2. Lund holds, takes a look over at first base where Duncan's moving around. And late time call, but that was a scenario at the plate where he says, you know what, I've waited here long enough. I'm going to call time.
There's a moment where you get uncomfortable as a hitter, standing.
I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, that's enough. Lund was spending more time looking over at first base than anything. Tried to, close one there on the little sneaky move there too by Lund. Because he's got that tuck of a pitch too, he's, all right, am I taking this to home or am I taking it to first? A little bit of a deception move there for sure. Mm-hmm. As opposed to some guys where you know about 5 minutes before that he's going to throw to first base.
Debanning really getting in his head over there. Pick off again. And I think at third base is number 97, Charles Bowman. So I think there might have been a substitution. I guess we're going to have to find that out when we...
The old switcheroo.
Good pitch.
Swing and a miss there. A little bit of movement there. Yeah, Debanning moving around over there, definitely keeping the attention of Lund a little bit.
I would stay fastball here. Try and get another roll over here. Give yourself a chance at another double play.
Debanning has got extended a little bit.
There it is.
Bouncing ball up the middle. Petcher throws on to second, on to first. Wild throw. And the runner is going to take second here as the ball stays up against the fence. The only downside to the fence being a little bit getting that the advertising. The team loves the advertisement. Don't get me wrong, but you get that plastic material that goes along there, and it just kind of dulls the ball over there. You're not getting that bounce back you're looking for.
Yeah, it looked like Patel tried to throw that one off his back leg. It looked like the ball kind of took him to his right side.
Yep.
Tried to throw it off his back foot, a little unbalanced.
Yeah, tough one there, but tried to turn the double play. They get the one out, so at least they got 2 out in this situation now with a runner on second base.
Yeah, still only worried about the batter here.
Josh Niles here. Takes a swing. Look out!
Almost into the dugout.
The bench staff there is going, hey, wait a second. No. They're pointing hey, hit it that way. Not too far, though, all right? Just like, in the air to the left fielder or something. Stay away from us. We're just over here watching. One, 2 out. A little bit of gamesmanship happening in the middle of the diamond there between the second baseman and the runner.
Runners on base getting into the pitchers' heads tonight a little more than I had imagined. Really causing some distraction.
I was kind of laughing because Patel just kind of did the walkover. There wasn't a whole lot of – there's a little bit of a bounce, and then in between there he just kind of walked over and said, all right, that's enough of that. Inside pitch, maybe a bit low. So a 3-1 count here now. Expect there's probably going to be something to be hittable. On the outside. And that pitch has not been there all night long, so you can be frustrated if you want for Lund, but that one's still not there. And goes for the walk, so Niles takes his base at first, and Roop Chanderdat's going to come out. There's activity in the bullpen, but I think this is just a conversation to start.
Looks like number 63.
Conversation to start, but maybe allowing for a little more time.
Braden Farrington looks like he's getting loose in the bullpen out in left field right now.
Oh, they see this. I've been waiting for this all night. Opportunity to.
How can you not like stirrups?
Well, I'm a big fan of Farrington in general, but I've just known him for years. So he's got the high stirrups. He's got the glasses going. He's got like 7,000 different gloves.
Pitchers.
He sent me a picture one time of like the collection. My goodness. He's got a glove with his own face as an emoji on it. It's fantastic.
Good pitch by Lund. Get ahead. Get back on track here.
Maybe we'll get the 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam to check in with exactly what glove he's got on tonight. And if anybody says it's the yellow one, there's like 17 of those. Time called there by the catcher, so that was just a...
Don't know if singles are getting mixed up there.
If it was signals or if it's just a scenario of like, I think this needs to just reset. 0-1, 2 out. Majors looking for a ground ball to get out of this thing. Swing. And a miss on the semi-check swing or whatever you want to call that. Either way, it's a strike. Little chit-chat happening over there at first base. Kane McGee just trying to keep up international relations over there at first base time in the corner. High pitch there. That's Lund saying, yeah, sorry about that. Did the old tap of the chest of like, didn't mean to, just slipped. Pimentel Guerrero Just 1 for 6 in his Hamilton career so far, so early on. High shot over into foul territory. Making the catch on the run is McGee. And does a great job to shut that inning down. And limits Hamilton and keeps the game at 9-5.
Looks like Jacob Lund's day is done. I believe we're going to see Farrington in the top of the 7th.
Yep. Handshake was
Handshake was
delivered.
there. The in-cam dugout.
Yeah, good job there by the 519 Jersey Auction mobile cam. Cleveland Brownlee giving his props to everyone. So a good game so far. Obviously a fair amount of scoring early on, and both teams have kind of limited those issues that they had early on in the game now to kind of keep things a little bit closer. As I know it's a 4-run game right now, but
these lull innings is what we were talking about. These middle innings, you got to take advantage. We've left how many runners on here for the majors? You've had the Cardinals a few times also leave a few runners on here. Both have had their chances, but pitchers have been limiting their damage here in the middle innings better than they did in the first few.
the other thing, too, on a warm night like this, got the humidity going a little bit, saps that energy a little bit more, too. So it's tough when you get a busy first few innings on the score sheet, and then you're trying to kind of gut your way through the rest of this one. And for the majors, I know we said it last inning, but especially now, even if you put 2 up, make it a 9-7 game. 9-7 feels a lot different than 9-5.
Chip away. You just got to give yourself a chance right at the end.
I know every Majors fan's saying to me right now, no, Ryan, 4 runs, tie it up, so we're go even further. Put a 10 spot up or something like that. But this ain't slow pitch, friends. It's not easy to do that.
Even our team has difficulty doing that.
We hit too many fly balls. We're still converting Jackson from hard ball to slow pitch, so a lot of aggressive line drives down the left field, third base line.
Yeah.
A classic at any ballpark. Make sure you throw in the Bare Naked Ladies, If I Had $1 Million. Always a good question to ask anyone, and I've got the time right now, Jackson. What would you do with $1 million?
That's a great question. It's not enough to quit your job.
No, I like my job too much.
Maybe buy a house. The housing market's not the greatest
Just
market right now for a young man.
You remember, you're in the city of London, Ontario. What would you do for $1 million? Buy a house, you're done.
Yeah, and that's it.
So back to the top of the order here to start things out. In the bottom of the 6th, Byron Reichstein stepping in. Came around to score in the first inning. Struck out in the second, walked in the 4th. So Reichstein taking a couple of aggressive swings here in the earlier parts of the game as well, too, trying to make some things happen. Inside pitch, moving it to 2-0, so Reichstein forcing Lanigan to pitch to him. High pitch.
And I can imagine here
Wait
come
for
the
it.
faithful again.
There it is. On cue. I hope you were able to get that just through our mics, because we decided to stop talking there just to let it go. Reichstein's got a little smile to go along with it too. Off the netting. Jackson was ready to make a catch there.
Almost.
A little bit at the outside. It might have been Cal. I think Cal might have got that one. Low pitch.
Here we go again.
Goes for the walk.
Another leadoff walk.
Now, do they start again, or because it's not consecutive, it doesn't count?
They've done both tonight. They have done both tonight. I have seen there be a strike, and then they start yelling it again after a walk.
Well, technically, there was 4 balls thrown.
Technically.
I'm going advocacy for
I'm
going advocacy for the Flowers. Do it.
They just want to do whatever they can do to get their team to win tonight.
Absolutely. That's the way fandom should be. Will Pollard takes a first pitch strike. They didn't call for ball 5, so I guess they decided this time around not going to work. Throw over to first base. Reichstein back in. Well, they're really thinking Reichstein's doing something over there.
They might be thinking hit and run here. I don't know what they're going to do. I wouldn't hate going hit and run here, trying to get the offense going in another way here.
Yeah, try and open it up, get that second baseman moving over, open up the hole between first and second maybe, go the other way. Strike called, though.
It's a good pitch.
Moves it to 0-2. Pollard's 5 for 25 so far in the season with the Majors. They're throwing.
Wow.
Reichstein he was a step off at that point. Just kind of walked over, put his foot on, and was like, really?
So I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to pick off for a third time in the MLB these days, right?
You can't even do if you throw across and it's not, then it is an automatic balk call, I believe. But in this situation, Will Pollard is going to take a seat after the swinging strike to take the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Starling Joseph.
Starling Joseph saunters his way to the plate. Takes a look around, has a peek at the defensive lineup. I guess you could argue straight up here.
Almost. Second baseman shaded to the pull side a little bit.
Joseph swinging on the first one there. He had that first inning shot out to right field, so the outfield positioning fairly straight up because they're appreciating the fact that he can probably spray it pretty much wherever he wants.
Well, the deep doubled the right field earlier in the game.
Outside pitch. So Reichstein still over at first base. 1 out here. 1-1 count. Outside. Reichstein's on the move. Short hop. And tagged out at second base. So they were worried about him moving around over there. Eventually did take off, and a little bit of a short hop there for the shortstop to pick up, but he did a good job of, especially on the hop there. Those ones are tough because you got to come up with the bring the glove up and then get it back down. Did a good job to make the play there. So Reichstein is erased at second base. Starling Joseph 2-1 at the plate. Look at, not going to get that as he's batting .304 this year with 4 home runs.
Try and get it back going again. A little 2-out rally.
Is it bad that I forgot about that for a second?
The ball 4?
Yeah. Swing and a miss.
Definitely on a ball outside there.
A little bit of a little over anxious, looking to make something happen there.
Yeah.
That one definitely outside, so Joseph works the walk. The ball boys make their way out to deliver more baseballs. So they only get the applause when they're going to get the pass balls.
Or the foul balls.
Or the foul balls, too. I'd say they should get it every time they come out. Hey, way to deliver. Good job. brought the right number. Come on, you can give him all kinds of love.
Isn't that the coolest thing ever, though, to be that age and be the ball boy of an IBL team?
Fantastic.
Definitely jealous.
What are you doing Tuesday night? I'm just going to go hang out at the ballpark and, be in the game, hang out by the team's bench, talk to the players. Guarantee you Roop's down there. Hey, how you doing? How's things? What are you doing for your summer? You going to a camp or something like that?
Sport Western?
Absolutely. Best camps in the city. Very popular camps in the city.
Again, ball boy getting some love.
There you go. See? Anytime they do anything, you should get some love. 1-1 pitch. Low. Called the strike, though.
The one that's been on the borderline all night long. Depending on which team you've been rooting for.
Reyes Cruz kind of did the just the little head nod there of like, I don't know about that, but okay. High pitch.
Two and two here.
2 outs. Runner on first. Outside. So moving the count full.
Starling Joseph will be on the move here. So all ground balls in the infield will be going across the diamond to first base.
Runner holds Joseph on and then backs off.
Another walk.
Joseph definitely on the move there. He was halfway to second before the pitch even got to home plate. Forget this. I'm making sure I'm over there. The catcher for the Majors is going to step in, but before he does, conversation on the mound. And there's just a little bit of light throwing happening in the Cardinals bullpen. So, again, I think you can kind of see that in behind the conversation that's happening on the mound. Looks like Steven Strecker is in the Cardinals bullpen, sporting number 31 back there. Wait, Strecker's, he's just standing there. My bad. It's a distance. Hard to see.
Number 1, I think.
I think
they're
so.
both throwing now.
All right. I was just waiting for the extra. Need a second guy. Come on now. We know who's pitching next for the Majors. Braden Farrington is just standing there waiting. Kind of throws a couple pitches, then stands and waits.
I think he's been going pitch for pitch.
Yep. I'll throw. And he gets it back, takes a look. There's the get warmed up, and now that's just the stay somewhat lukewarm. Big swing there. Diolio was looking for the Thames River on that one.
Wanted to trim that one to a one-run game.
Let me get a piece of this and just send it into the river. That'll be all right. Diolio, a little bit late on the swing there.
Take it into the seats.
Not sure of the seats or the end of the bench. Either way, I'm sure facility staff will check on either way. Safety of fans in the stands, obviously of utmost importance, but that's also why the PA announcer reminds everyone before the game, you are at an active sporting facility.
Stay behind the tent.
Make sure you're paying attention, especially for those areas that are a little more open.
I think he reached back for something a little more there.
A little extra there.
A little heat. You got your 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs again.
That deuce is wild. Love it. Starling Joseph having a little fun out there. Diolio with a big swing again and can't get a hold of it. And the side is retired. So 2 more left on base.
It's been the theme for the last 3 or 4 innings here for the Majors.
So the Cardinals get away with that one, and the Majors not able to put anything up on the board, so that's 2 straight innings putting a donut up. And now defensively, Majors comes back out on the field. See Starling Joseph and company making their way out. Byron Reichstein right there on the 519 Jersey auction mobile cam. And on the mound will be the new pitcher. Rocking the high socks, the traditional pinstripe pants of the Majors, and his own trademark glasses on the mound.
15 games, 17 innings pitched so far for Farrington this year. An ERA of 6.88. Definitely not what I don't think he's used to in his day.
It's the tough part of being a relief pitcher too, right? You get some times where you might you come into a bit of a jam, maybe middle of an inning sort of thing. Got to think for a relief pitcher, this is the ideal scenario. Come in with a clean sheet to start the inning and work to your own. You're not kind of wondering, do I have to clean up a bit of a mess? Do I have to get my team out of this sort of thing? And he's got the yellow Mizuno, and that is the emoji glove, friends. On the thumb, it is the Braden Farrington emoji face. It's his own face of an emoji version on his glove.
I'm still in love with the stirrups.
You mean the high socks that are printed to look like stirrups?
Are they? Are they fake?
I'm pretty sure those are. I could be wrong. He is a resourceful individual who, if you're in the city of London and you're looking for baseball equipment, I believe Mr. Farrington is one of the go-tos for if you're looking for stuff. I know when my daughter started playing baseball, my first message was to Mr. Farrington. Do you have any cleats in a size this? Which reminds me, she's outgrown those cleats and I have to buy new ones. I know who I'm sending a message to tomorrow. So Farrington continues his warm-up pitches here as the rest of the infield takes the opportunity to throw the ball around a little bit as well. Diolio throws it through the middle and on through to the second baseman as we are getting ready to resume play here. I could be wrong, but I think that was Wilbur Martinez we saw on the 519 Jersey auction mobile cam. On the bench, just taking it in after a decent showing here to start things out for his London Majors career. So starting things off here in the top of the 7th, Farrington into the game and gets the strike call.
Good start
on the breaking pitch there.
Gotta love a first pitch strike.
Farrington sets and throws. He'll get a second one. This one a foul. Moving the count to 0-2. Lane Renault, native of Hamilton. 235 so far here on the season. And the mosquitoes are starting to bite.
That's never good.
1-2. Farrington with the pitch, and that one fouled off as well.
I would definitely put myself on one of the biggest mosquito haters you can find.
Oh, and I sweat a fair amount, so they usually just like me either way. So pitch through, breaking pitch again. That one fouled off. So Renault is on that breaking pitch a little bit. the pitch. Hard shot to right field. That one sprayed wide and goes foul.
Maybe try and jam him up inside here. Everything's been away.
Yeah, it's been moving pitches outside sort of thing, so. Farrington, obviously known well in the London community. Does a lot to help the younger members of the minor baseball community to try and work with their skill development as well. Pitch high.
I'm guessing.
Check swing, no swing, says the first base umpire.
Go back to that breaking ball now right after you change his eye level here.
Renault with an elongated at-bat here. Shot to center field, well within play though. And Pollard's going to make the play easily there for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Shortstop number 2, Charlie Towers.
Brings up Charlie Towers.
Who's not afraid to swing hard.
No. As I said before, you get some batters where they've kind of got that little upper half lean over, whereas he kind of goes straight up with a little bit of a back lean and chops this one through to the second baseman. On to first. 2 out. So a couple quick ones here after the elongated at-bat to Renault.
Right fielder number 25, Brandon Nicholson.
So going back to the top of the order now. Brandon Nicholson up for his 5th time tonight here in the 7th inning. Came around to score in his first inning, but since then, a fly out, 3 to 4 put out, and out on the base pads, and that one's going to call for strike as he pulled back to show bunt there. Maybe he thought that the third baseman was a little farther out. That might draw him in a little bit. It does indeed. Mackey over there, he'll draw into the edge of the grass. And no square for the bunt this time around as the ball bounces away from Diolio, but nobody on the bases, so no danger there. 1-1 is going to be the count now. Hard swing, high chop, right-hand side.
Looks in play.
Makes the move, lots of space. And McGee squeezes it for the 3rd out. And the Cardinals put up another 0 here in the inning. Farrington goes over to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. Is he thinking he just wanted to ask about this, or my personal favorite as a pitcher, just walk over and tell a joke? Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. How's things? And if you know the guy, you know, how's the family?
Try and make amends.
Yeah, little brownie points for the next time around.
Especially seeing today what has happened.
Is there a Garth Brooks singing competition going on? A little 7th inning stretch activity. As the Majors faithful on the
Friends in low places.
519 Jersey Auction mobile cam. A classic song indeed, and Friends in Low Places. And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher here for Hamilton as well. Always love when they're like, there's either one of 2 ways when you get the on-camera effect. It's either shyness and not wanting to be on camera, or how many faces can I make? Oh, these folks are just jammed. She's singing her heart out. Look at that. Good on them. Enjoying the 7th inning stretch here. A little karaoke element to it. There's a shoulder shimmy.
We definitely wouldn't want me singing right now on the mic.
See, two ends of the spectrum here. The gentleman at the back, he's serious. He means business. He's at the ballpark. His team's down by a couple runs. Then there's the kids from the Oak Ridge Minor Baseball Association. They're trying to look for somebody to sign a baseball.
Some camera time.
Yeah. Those two girls up there with the gentleman in the blue shirt, they were making faces, so. There's a dog at the park. We're good. We got dogs. That dog's tired, too. It's like, hey, hold on a second here.
It's a hot and humid day.
It's humid out here. Can I get a treat?
Well, what are we here? We're 10:34. We're almost at, I think first pitch ended up being at 7:40, so we're almost at the 3-hour mark here. Still only in the bottom of the 7th.
No, you know.
This is something you don't get nowadays in the MLB with the pitch clock.
Yeah, this is what you also don't get very often. Me standing up.
Oh. Oh, and we switched we're no longer with the Lion King here.
See, that's the power of Cleveland Brownlee. If things don't go well in the first 2 or 3 at-bats, I want my walk-up music changed. I'm surprised he hasn't gone back to the no gloves. Must be a humidity thing.
Must be. The rain gloves.
Yeah. So Cleve had a single on his last at-bat. A couple of strikeouts earlier in the game, though. Strike to start out. Swing and a miss for strike 2. (9-5) here in the bottom of the 7th. I'm kicking chairs unnecessarily back here. I'm just going to move that out of the way before I do it 17 more times. Swing and a miss. And Brownlee's down on strikes.
Not his night.
Kane McGee. Outside pitch. McGee struck out in the first. Had a single in his last at-bat back in the 5th inning. Another low pitch there.
Mosquitoes are getting lively
Yeah,
up in the booth.
Yeah. I think I got one in my nose a minute ago.
Oh, no.
Just trying not to, like, you know, when you get that mosquito that flies in your eye, you're automatically going to, like, you know, just kind of breathe heavily, but you can't when, you know, you got a microphone underneath your face. It's the last thing anybody on the stream wants to hear. McGee leaves it. Here comes the Flowers. I was going to say that was a light edition of the Flowers. Now they're coming around. And McGee thought he was walking down to first base. Oh, they got a little louder this time.
There's more of them.
Definitely. So McGee thought he got the walk on the previous pitch. Didn't. That time he does.
Pinch run here.
We're told Judd Walker, but he was wearing a 50. My favorite is the time when you ask the guy afterwards. There's always a jersey switch for one reason or another. I know we I know I'm making a Mustang reference again this year, but Tyson Dunn, who usually wears number 5, finished the last 4 games of the season after his jersey was ripped during a game. So he had to go to an alternate number. And when you're the web and social guy and you go to use a picture and you wait a second, that's not right. I'll see, now they're doing the carryover.
Yeah, with the strike in the first half.
All right. It's fun.
Maybe hit and run here. Get someone on the move. Get something going here. We haven't had a hit in a few innings.
Especially on you get the pinch runner in there. 1-and-1's usually your hit and run. Move the batter or move the runner count. Could be a potential here. No movement. Low pitch. Dan Battelle walked in the second, came around to score. A couple of walks so far in the game. Hard shot up the middle, shortstop, couple of hops, throws on to second, looks to throw the first, the throw is off. And McGee the Judd Walker was the pinch runner there. So Battelle gets first. And Brett Graham. Oh yes, the alteration
Robert
defensively.
Mackey.
Takes the pitch for a ball. I just pulled as soon as I said we said the defensive adjustment for Mackey, I was thinking a couple of Blue Jays games ago where Shulman and Martinez were talking about whether or not they moved Kevin Biggio over to first base, but Biggio was subbed out 2 innings before. I know, like most people, I'm sitting at home going, they subbed him out earlier. No.
Yeah.
It's not easy to keep track of everything, that's for sure. One count, 2 out here. Bottom of 7. Runner on first. A little light on the speed coming in there, but still a high pitch. Going to move it to 2-1. Holds pitch, coming through. Big swing there, but misses for the strike, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, pair of outs, runner on first. Still a decent crowd on hand here, taking this one in on a Tuesday night. Big swing again on a high pitch. Goes for the strike and the strike out. So that ends the bottom of the 7th inning. As the Majors not able to crack the scoreboard yet again. Haven't been able to put a run up since the 5th there, so is that the 4th inning? 4th inning. My eyes deceive me on the well-lit OES scoreboard in the outfield. I also like the fact that there's a purple W in the bottom left-hand corner, but that's just here nor there, so we might as well just take a break and carry on with the game here on Majors TV.
Go beyond the scores and get to know the athletes who call the Forest City home.
Joseph crushes one.
Game Day London brings you in-depth stories and conversations about London's major teams and the athletes. Whether it's in the rink with the Knights or on the field with the Majors, Game Day London has you covered from the start. For fresh and engaging sports coverage, visit GameDayLondon.com, a proud sponsor of Majors TV.
getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15
You're
a
watching
month.
London Majors Baseball. London Majors Baseball.
How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Get started at Planet Fitness today through the free PF app, online, or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Planet Fitness is a proud partner of your London Majors.
Back here on Majors TV from Labatt Memorial Park in London, Ontario. The Hamilton Cardinals in town to take on the Majors as we bring you this game from the Game Day London press box here in the upper concourse of the stadium. Lots of scoring early on. Both teams kind of maybe laboring a bit through the middle innings here, but especially as we get to the top of the eighth too, little juice coming in on the back end of the game here as both sides. The Majors definitely trying to, obviously in this inning, shut down the Cardinals, get back to the bats, hopefully make something happen. Whereas the Cardinals are saying to themselves, if we can get one or two more, we may think we are putting this out of reach sort of thing as we move to the latter half here.
Yeah, this will be a big inning here. Alex Springer in on the game for the Majors. 2 games, 7 innings pitched total, yet to give up a run, knock on wood here. Hopefully it has another clean sheet for us today.
Big swing here early on.
I believe this is the pitcher. They dropped their DH, it looks like.
Going Shohei Ohtani style here. Flowers are giving it.
They have not disappointed tonight, the fans here.
Strike 2.
In London.
Oh, seeing a couple of younger members are having themselves a solid nap. Youngster with a nap on Dad's shoulder.
Good pitch.
It's the summertime. You can extend the bedtime a little bit. It's okay.
You can.
If it was up to my daughter, she'd probably go to bed about the same time I do. So there's been a couple times she's beat me. Chopper up the middle. Pitcher leaves, goes, throws. Nope. The slide into first base. Don't see that one too often.
And a pitcher.
Pitcher makes contact, puts it through the middle, runs down the line, decides to go for a head first slide into the first pillow. It's Corey Butt, apparently, according to the online system, because we can't find a number 1 on the Hamilton roster anywhere. No. So I'm going to trust the fine stats system online, which I'm sure is being operated by someone around here. So he's got stats and he's doing the PA announcing. Heck of a guy over there. He's doing it all. See, I just got to look around and find something here. Another shot through the middle. This one high chop to second base. Shortstop on to first. Safe is the call. Had the wheels going there down to first base.
Thought he had him.
It was close, that's for sure.
Hit hard enough.
So Butt eliminated at first. So that was Tyler Duncan down the first baseline, I believe. Although we've been seeing the substitutions fast and furious over here.
Yes.
So pitch goes for a strike. That does look like Duncan's signature mustache over there. He's got the good upper lip action going on. A little early for November, but you know, it's all right. High shot over the first baseline, in play. And can't make the snag on that one over on the far side.
It's one you'd like to get back for sure. Can't be giving away outs. Trying to come back from big deficit.
Those ones are tough because they'll swirl over there at first base.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going a little further, then it'll
always does.
Come back towards you. You don't want to overrun it, but you're trying to make sure you don't underrun it. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. does not Makes it look a lot easier than it is over there at first base. But hard shot now over to right field. This one's going to get gapped, if not worse.
Gone.
And over the fence indeed. Second home run of the game for Dennis Day Banning. He's now 3 for 4 on the night. And 2 more come in to score here for the Hamilton Cardinals.
It's tough to give good hitters second chances.
And that's not easy to do, especially that push to the far side to the outfield.
Deep part of the ballpark.
Deep part, yeah, definitely. Some big space over there. I wasn't sure if that one was going to get over or do the short hop of the wall, but just cleared the outfield fence.
Looked like D. Banning thought it was out all the way. Came out of the box.
So now 11-5 is the lead for Hamilton. Another hard shot. Tried to figure out whether that was going to go for a liner or not before he makes the play. So a nice job there by Battelle as he kind of had to wait for a second to see if the light looping shot was going to get to him to catch it on the fly or if he had to short hop that one. So elected for the short hop. So Springer here, outside pitch. A 1 count. Outside pitch, that one for a ball to even it up at 1-1.
May have jinxed Alex Springer.
Hard shot down the left field. That one's going to get into the trees. One-two pitch, 2 out here in the top of the 8th. Another hard shot. This one over to the right field side, but well back into the Hamilton bullpen. So the ball boys got to make a long trip this time around. Hard pitch. I was trying to figure, Diolio just decided he thought it was a strike and was walking away and then just didn't hear anything from the umpire.
That low one all night long.
Hard shot down the left field line. This one's going to get down. Chugging hard out of the box here, looking for 2. Made the big turn and then put the brakes on. Nice job out there in left field. As Starling Joseph cuts that one down and then throws it in hard to make that basically a loud and long single. Luis Pimentel Guerrero. Pass ball there, or wild pitch. Hard to see. Did you? 6 of one, half dozen the other?
Yeah.
Speaking of my daughter, I said 6 of one, half dozen the other day. She looked at me like I had about 12 heads. What did you just say?
I guess I always lean to the pitcher side.
You know. Hard shot left field down to the bullpen. Just gets past the bullpen catcher. Everybody deserves a little attention. Do we have any more interesting out-of-town viewers? This is what happens in the top of the 8th. Wherever you're watching from this evening, thanks for tuning into the game. Swing. Foul ball. Look out. Everybody okay down there? Or is there a bunch of kids trying to run for a ball?
No, just 2 guys up in the top stands.
Those are always the veteran fans sit up there. They don't flinch. Ball comes in the vicinity. Yeah, it's all right. We're good. We've been here a day or two.
Same spot.
Same.
Oh, tried to catch it.
Oh.
Right between the wickets.
Fan catch or no?
Between the wickets.
Oh.
Missed it.
Oh, was it the guy in yellow or the guy in the black?
Yellow.
Oh, yeah. Come on, yellow. My favorite's the people who say they don't. Oh, I'm not bringing my ball glove. You're going to a ball game. I did it once at a Jays game. My buddies were like chirping before. Like, you bring a ball glove? It's a ball game. Couple of hops. Hard to judge that one. Takes a couple. Rough one over there at second base for Reyes Cruz. That one ate him up a little bit there as he was basically trying to figure out he elected to kind of stay back on it, and it ended up hitting him in the chest and then dropping it down. Right now that collarbone's hurting a little bit right now.
Those mid-level choppers you got to come and take away those hops.
No, quick check. It's Mackey's over to check on his shortstop. Just kind of Battelle comes over. There's a column in the way of the third baseman for me. So. Middle infield comes together to give Reyes Cruz a second here, just to kind of resituate himself. I think we're back to action now. Renault here. Stands in, waits for his pitch. A little bit of movement there by the base runner over at first. This one sprayed hard to the right field side. Is this one going to go? It too will be a couple of bases. And a couple of runs to go along with it. So Lane Renault gets a piece of that one and sends it to the opposite side. That's an extra crooked number here for the Cardinals here in the inning. Moving it to 14-5 now. So a foul ball here to start things out. Inside pitch, that'll get a piece of him. Towers takes that one right in the back. Maybe some excess frustration, especially for Alex Springer on the mound. He's had a couple times where he's gotten close to getting himself out of this mess a little bit, but come back to bite him a couple of times here now. He's kept it in the zone a little bit. 18 strikes and only 6 balls, but the Cardinals have definitely made him pay for those strikes a little bit.
Some bad misses and
lots of foul offs too. So that means they're seeing the ball. They're just missing it slightly, but then all of a sudden they come back and get it and give it a good ride. Back to the top of the order now. As the Cardinals have sent 8 men to the plate here in the inning. Nicholson, top of the order. 1-1 down the line. Third base goes to second for the out to complete the 8th inning. So a bit of a tough one there for the Majors as they give up 5 runs in the inning, and Hamilton extends their lead to 14-5. And you see Springer as he comes off there fairly frustrated with, and he'll just go right down the tunnel and into the clubhouse. It's one of those age-old. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just I'm gonna go down here, grab myself a Gatorade or a Powerade or whatever your favorite hydration beverage is, and say, all right, let's forget that and move on.
Never easy being a pitcher. A lot weighs on you. Tough spot to think he was so close to getting out of that inning at one point.
On a couple of occasions, too.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals with their 14 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. London 5-5 with the 2 errors. So this one a little bit more out of reach than it was when we started this inning. And the versatile pitcher Shohei Ohtani style, we're still trying to figure out exactly, and I'm just going internet-based alone.
Had a single.
He had to
slow roller to the shortstop.
Slow roller, got through. Got the uniform dirty with the head first slide into first base. And then comes back out to pitch another inning. Oh, that dog that was here, he's not happy anymore. He's got to have talked with somebody else down there. So the Cardinals bullpen continues to throw over there. So we'll see if this is just a space filling time, or if this is a let's get a few people some work, or
nobody up in the Majors bullpen.
I thought I saw somebody earlier, but now it's kind of shut down a little bit. So
Springer's grabbing his bands and stuff. So, and here might be the handshake.
Yeah, I think after he did the walk down to the clubhouse, I think that he, whether he was handshaked or not, he probably thought, I'm good.
See if Byron can put a little spark back to his team here.
Reichstein steps in, inside pitch, taken for a ball.
Try and piecemeal a few together here in these last 2 innings, go out on a good note here.
Definitely a longer season here in the IBL too, so it's a scenario where you kind of say, oh, this one's kind of got a little bit away, but let's do this and this and see if we can't finish out with some positivity.
Yeah, still a ton of games left, and like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, everybody makes the playoffs. So you just want to be rolling at the right time. So it's about piecing some things together now and having it all come together the mid to late August. And you never know, guys start going back to school and start going down south again.
Things move around.
Yeah.
High floating pitch moves the count to 3-1, and you know who is making their appearance. Low for the walk. That is
I was just about to ask.
4 walks for Mr. Reichstein tonight. 4 base on balls tonight.
So that'd be 10 walks.
And we're going to get the pinch runner in there as well. Keith Candell going in.
Pitch ready, first base number 12, Keith Candell.
And I think it's also looking at a pinch hitter as well. Brad Verhoeven going in, I believe. I look Mr. Hiscock's direction as he is the expert of the scenario. The expert has to put up with these poor schmucks for the night.
The faithful is not stopped.
Nope, they don't care. They're here. They're going to be vocal.
Run it.
Oh, slapper shot. Oh, little English. Got the English came back.
Yeah.
So Verhoeven didn't get much of that one, but still. One and one. Swing and a miss on the high pitch to move the count to 1-2. Swing at an outside pitch. That one's going to go high and beyond the backstop as a slew of small people go running for the ball. Count remains at 1-2 here. Runner on first, none out. Floating pitch goes high.
Just keep working the count. Stay alive any way you can. Get the pitch count up. Never know what can happen here.
Sets and delivers. Bouncing shot to the second baseman. Look to first. That one, oh. That one was close at second base. From the bird's eye view that we enjoy, I think he might have been there. Hard to say.
It was tight.
Little bang-bang play there at second.
Yeah.
Umpire right on top of the base, though, so.
We can say as much as we want from the booth.
Absolutely. He's 5 feet away from the base, so. He's also saying, yeah, well, say whatever you want up there. I'm right here. Starling Joseph steps in. He's had a decent night with the bat. Struck out last at bat, but has had some solid contact a couple times. Joseph, chopping shot to the shortstop. No play there. Goes on to first to get the out. So Hamilton elects, you know what? We're just going to throw on to first and get the out here.
Yeah.
We're up by a couple, so.
They'll take their outs when they can get them right
Absolutely.
now. That was a great play, though.
Hamilton just kind of counting outs at this point, kind of saying, all right, this is how many we need to get to finish things out and get back on the bus and head back the direction of the hammer. Reyes Cruz comes in. A couple of walks for Reyes Cruz tonight, but also a couple of runs batted in as well. Takes the swing, gets a piece of that one, sends it out to right field. Fielder's tracking and can't drop it down. So that's going to go for 2 bases and another RBI for Tommy Reyes Cruz as he adds to his evening with a good hard shot here to finish the things out. And
he hammered that ball. Third RBI of the night.
And as you say, situation like this, you kind of take those opportunities and late in the game.
Yeah.
Good hard shot, gets it out to the fence. Runner on second. Eduardo Diolio. He's been swinging hard all night long.
Yeah. Catch one out in front here. Trade places with him.
He's had that all or nothing swing a few times here.
Yeah.
Low pitch, moving it to 2-0.
Probably be sitting one pitch right here.
One pitch, one spot. If it's there, let's go. High pitch, leaves that one alone. Here comes the flowers. Is he taking all the way, or is he thinking, you know what?
3-0.
He wants to throw something in.
Green light. Let him swing here.
He likes to swing. Taking the whole way.
That was it.
It's the fun of broadcasting a baseball game. You just sit here and let's see if we can throw random questions out to see if it happens or not. The advantages of times when you say, he's due for a home run lately, and then smacks one. You're like, see, I look like a genius now. Outside pitch by Bunch. So that puts runners on first and second now. And Cleveland Brownlee. We're going to have a conversation on the mound. Roop Janderdat's out just kind of meandering his way through the third base foul territory. Are you making a change? What are you doing?
No.
You want to go talk to the guy over there?
This is your number 35, Cleveland Brownlee.
Cleve's going with the silent approach now.
Yeah.
Or are we past the 11 no fun time? Okay, my bad. I mean, sound deadening. Don't upset the neighbors time. But the neighbors love the Lion King. Oh. Down and in.
I don't think he liked that one.
I can't see why he would. And now we're going to take a reset. Swing by Brownlee, sprays that one to right field. Might be a little bit of trouble over there, but the fielder gets to it and finishes out the side. So through 8, it is 14-6 for the Cardinals. We'll take a break and be back for the 9th inning up next here on Majors TV.
Here we go.
Believe me, you've never heard a talk show like this.
I'm sleeping with Joe Carter. By the way, Joe did not touch them all.
Yeah, I have to say, your voice is fantastic.
Meet Smitty.
Listen, I'm the brains here.
And Mitty.
And I'm the good-looking funny one.
This is the Smitty Mitty Show.
Catch new episodes of the Smitty and Mitty Show wherever you get your podcasts.
watching London Majors Baseball on Majors TV.
Back here at Labatt Memorial Park, a reminder to, as you wait for the start of the 9th inning, make sure you're following the Majors on your social media platforms at London Majors, TikTok, Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously on YouTube as well. If you're watching the game, make sure you click a like and subscribe, or every version, so that you make sure you're notified about the upcoming games and when games are being broadcast here on YouTube. Big thanks to all those watching in this evening. As I mentioned earlier, we've heard some folks watching from the U.S., from as far away as Iceland. We'll get you the updates on the defensive movement here at the start of the third here, or it's third. It's the 9th inning. I'm awake.
Good pitch.
So it looks like a 1-2 count here to start things out. Hard shot over to third base, picked off, thrown across the diamond, stretching for the out, and does a good job to get it over on the other side there for the Majors. Late goings here of this one. Tyler Duncan, busy night here with the bat, and kind of laboring there on that left knee after the swing came through. Top of the 9th inning. 0-1, and good stretch there behind the plate. High shot to the left field side. Shortstop's back, makes the catch, and throws that one, or gets the out for the second out of the inning here.
Probably the player of the night coming up to bat here.
Hard to argue with that, with a pair of home runs so far on the night.
Grand slam and a 3-run shot, I believe.
Dennis Day Banning, 3 runs, 3 hits, 7 RBIs, and a walk.
That's a full stat sheet.
That's doing the numbers for the night. Inside pitch. That one breeze the jersey maybe a little bit there.
Yeah.
It's been a dangerous bat all night long. Day Banning takes the off-speed pitch out to right field. A little bit of a tough one to get to there. Makes the catch though on the run. That was not an easy one. But nonetheless, Hamilton does a good job just to try and extend things, with the Majors equal to the task, putting the 0 up and not allowing Hamilton to extend this lead any further than it already is. So last chance here for the Majors. They'll need a mess and a big one here in the bottom of the 9th.
Still no giving up in these fans, though.
No, give them credit, though. It's the way it should be. So 14 runs on 13 hits for Hamilton. A couple of those coming in a big fashion and a few home runs throughout the nights. Now you see that big 5-run in the top of the 8th for Hamilton was big. The fan section still bringing it, as you see there. So new pitcher going out to the mound there for Hamilton. Jacob Underwood, I believe. Oh yeah, I called for Steven Stricker about 2 or 3 innings ago, but he was just just hanging out over there. Finally decides to come in. They're calling for the ball on the warm-up. Gotta have fun. Got to take a hydration break here in the booth as well.
Yes.
Even though we're later on in the evening, she's still warm here in the Forest City. So as we prepare here for the bottom of the 9th inning. Strecker sporting his best Bronson Arroyo impression here. Got that little bit of a herky-jerky delivered on the sidearm. Got the longer hair flowing out the back of the cap there.
12 appearances, 12 innings, 2.25 ERA, 2.25 ERA.
In this situation, just finishing things up, making an appearance, getting some work in. Judd Walker steps in. The Flowers aren't aware of the noise violation here in the Forest City. You can't play the tunes after a certain time.
They're not afraid to stay.
They're bringing the noise on their own, though.
Yeah.
So. Inside pitch. Swing and a miss there. Walker from Mitchell, Ontario. Two and one count. Swing and a miss on that one to even up the count at 2-2 now. One thing too with that sidearm kind of delivery too, you're trying to, as the batter, you're sitting there going, okay, what point do I time this one up for?
Yeah.
Usually you're, as soon as he's bringing that pitch through, you're thinking, all right, so knee goes up and sets, delivers. I'll think about going now, and then all of a sudden it just goes at a different angle than you're expecting.
Dips a bit and.
So Walker makes his way down to first base. That brings in Daniel Patel. Patel's batting .260 on the season here. He's got 8 walks on the on the year, so as we've seen, he'll wait it out.
Pesky on the base pass today.
Mm-hmm. Patel over to first base. High chop on to second. Trying to get back there, and now Patel says, you know what, I'll take two. Karam bouncing ball getting over to the Cardinals dugout, so even though the runner is out at second, props to Strecker there, trying to get over there to a little coverage on first base after he realized, but
finish off the double play almost.
Just a little late getting over there, and then a wide throw advances the runner to second base. Robert Mackey, slow pitch in. He gets a piece of it. Over to left field, in to make the catch. And there's two out. Off the bat, it's been a bit deceiving on the fly balls tonight. There's been a few where it looked like they were just going to kind of float through into center field, and then they got a little extra, whereas sometimes like that one looks like some solid contact off the bat, but then it just kind of softly lands into left field for the out. So slow move in there. Hard shot down the line, but that one
Strecker's real deceiving.
Goes foul.
It's got like a change-up-ish movement with the sidearm, and it doesn't come in as quick, but he's got a few swing and misses already, and only one hard hit ball so far.
1-1 count, two out here. Swing and a miss, that one outside, so Majors down to their last strike. Strecker sets. Waits for the sign, gets in this position now. And the pitch, swinging a shot down the first base. Picked up by the first baseman, steps on the bag and finishes this one out as the Hamilton Cardinals finish up a big 14-6 win here this evening. And obviously the back-to-back 4-run innings in the first and second, coupled with the big 5-run 8th inning. A bit tough, and we were talking about this off the top. This is kind of what the Majors have seen a little bit. Not that they aren't able to put up runs, they've just had a tough time with giving up the others on the other side, and they dropped this one to move the streak to 6 now. But for Hamilton, they pick up a big win as well, so interesting to see there. So as we say, a tough one here for the Majors tonight. Final line score 14 runs for Hamilton, 13 hits, 2 errors, 6 runs, 6 hits for London as well. There were times when there's some spots they definitely want to focus in on. Definitely no give up, especially after those first. It's really tough not to give up when you got 8 runs scored against you and you're only in your second at bat. But they kind of stuck with it a little bit. Just need to add to it a little bit more.
Yeah, it's tough playing from behind, and like we talked about a lot today, those lull innings, those 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, how many runners did we leave on? We had our chances. Definitely could have did some damage and definitely could have chipped away at that score. And then when you give up 5 in the top of the 8th, you really don't give yourself any chance to win at all.
Yeah, and there was a couple decent pitching. Wilbur Martinez gets his first time here with the Majors as well. A couple times, especially early on, struggled a little bit, but then showed some pretty solid work there through his kind of latter half couple of innings there, sort of thing too. So got to think for a Majors team that might be looking for a little bit of extra pitching help now. Wilbur Martinez, not a bad addition to the team.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, he really settled in and really fixed what he had done in the first 2 innings, giving up 8, and there was some walks and some stuff, but he really settled in, like you said, and he did give us a chance to win. It was only 8-4, 8-5 when he came out of the game, and so again, really good chance to win, but a 5 spot in the top of the 8th.
I think got to think for the Majors, they're looking at that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you're going, yeah, we had a couple of innings where it was a rough one, But at the same point, we had a middle spot there where we didn't really just shut down completely and start adding another 2 or 3 or 4 in those middle innings as well.
I would agree. And they were given some opportunities. There were a few errors in there by Hamilton, some pass balls, some wild pitches that really opened it for the Majors, and they didn't capitalize tonight at all.
So it'd be a tough night here for the Majors, but that's the best part of baseball. You put your mind aside and you kind of say, that one's done. When not a whole lot we can do, we'll take what we can get from it and put it towards the next game as well. When you're looking later on in the week, when you're going to pick back up and get back into the schedule.
Yeah. I think their next game is Friday, and they play Welland.
Welland's in town, so a tough opponent making their way in, but that's where you kind of say, here's an opportunity to kind of make something happen, sort of thing, especially against a really good club.
Yeah, Friday, July 28th, 7:35. Welland, first place team, really got to show up and be better that night and take advantage and maybe get another win.
Yeah, exactly. And I know for you and I, it's been a fun night to. I know it was only a couple days ago when I said, "Hey Jackson, you want to come and call a ball game with me?" How did you feel your maiden voyage in a broadcast scenario?
Yeah, definitely a little nervous to start, but hopefully settled in.
How many text messages have you received so far this evening?
A few.
We're watching from here. We're watching from there. So, a great night tonight. A big thanks to everyone here at MajorsTV for having you and I on board for this evening, and a big thank you to all those watching at home as well as they enjoy the evening of baseball here at Labatt Memorial Park. And a big thanks to everyone enjoying it. And it looks like some pictures down on the field. Everybody taking the time, make sure everybody gets their memento to go home with. And make sure you're following the Majors on your social media platforms as well. On behalf of Jackson Kingshott, the entire Majors TV broadcast crew, I'm Ryan Robinson. Thanks so much for watching this evening. Make sure you're following at London Majors, and we will see you on Friday night.